Good evening and welcome to Ray Skillman Stadium at Center Grove High School for tonight's rivalry football games between Center Grove Middle School Central and Center Grove Middle School North. Hello, I'm Kevin Conrad along with Rick Embry. We welcome everyone to our coverage of Center Grove Middle School football presented by IU Health. Beautiful night for football, 72 degrees, some sunshine, but in just the last little bit, some stiff winds going to the south end zone. Rick Embry could have an impact on tonight's kicking and passing game, but nothing like the rivalry series.
Exactly right, Kevin. Glad to see that the rain cleared out of the area a couple hours ago, so it should be a beautiful night for football. And, yeah, this is always a blast for us and great for both of these teams to finish off their middle school seasons in the rivalry game here at Ray Skillman Stadium.
So here in game one, it's a 7th grade contest. You have North at 6 wins, 2 losses, Central undefeated on the season at 8-0.
Yeah, it should be a great one. Obviously, the Central team has been dominant this year. They are averaging 36 points a game and only giving up 6 points per game on defense. So they really only have been tested once, winning by less than 30 points. So that's a pretty crazy number. They won one game 16-14 over East Central. So they've been dominant all year, but this North team's been very good as well. Just 2 losses on their schedule to Zionsville and into Brownsburg East. So should be a great one here tonight, Kevin, and really looking forward to seeing these guys after we've seen them over the last couple of years calling JRT games and calling the Bantam Super Bowls down there at the Bantam Fields.
And in game 2 tonight, it'll be the 8th grade game between Central and North, and on paper that looks like a well of a ball game.
Yeah, and we've already heard from multiple people that that 8th grade class is a very, very good class across the board, but it's kind of the flip side of things, Kevin. The North 8th grade team has been absolutely dominant this year. They come in undefeated. The Central team been very, very good as well, though they do have a couple losses on their schedule. So that one should be a great one as well, and just looking forward to a great night of football.
So again, tonight we're at Ray Skillman Stadium for the 7th and 8th grade football games between Center Grove Middle School Central and Center Grove Middle School North. Our kickoff for the 7th grade game is coming up next. This is Center Grove Trojan football presented by IU Health.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
At the Skin Lab, beauty and wellness come together under one roof. From advanced skin treatments and injectables to personalized wellness programs, we help you look and feel your very best. Whether you want radiant, glowing skin, balanced hormones, or a boost in confidence, our expert team is here to guide you every step of the way. Discover an experience where science meets luxury and results speak for themselves. The Skin Lab, your journey to confidence starts here.
Take the rest of the year off from payments at Ray Skillman Buick GMC. The Halloween treats will be sweeter, the Thanksgiving turkey will be tastier, and you'll have extra cash this Christmas with no payments for 120 days. Plus, get 0% financing and save up to $10,000 on a new GMC Sierra and 0.9% financing on the entire Buick lineup. Make no payments until next year at Ray Skillman Buick GMC.
Our clients operate in a world of constant evolution. At Forvis Mazars, we always look ahead. Listening to our clients' unique challenges and needs, we deliver audit and assurance, tax, and consulting solutions that are tailored and personal. We are Forvis Mazars, built for what's next.
Back inside Ray Skillman Stadium, we're about ready for tonight's kickoff between Central and North in 7th grade football, followed up by the 8th grade game. Kevin Conrad, Rick Gingley with you tonight, high atop Ray Skillman Stadium. It's now time for our national anthem. Let's go down to the field for today's national anthem. We have the Central Middle School Central and North 8th grade choirs singing tonight's national anthem. Well done by the choirs from Middle School North and Central, the 8th graders doing a beautiful rendition of the national anthem here at Ray Skillman Stadium.
Great to see a lot of the football players from the 8th grade game into that choir singing the national anthem as well. And yeah, they did a fantastic job, Kevin. And we are getting ready to be underway here, and like you said, a beautiful night here. It is windy, though. It has gotten, over the last half an hour or so since we've been up here, gotten very windy. Looks like the wind's kind of blowing north to south, and you can see the flags opposite the field, all pretty stiff wind there. So that'll be interesting. And what's crazy, Kevin, as we look over the notes and stuff, both of these teams, once again, the kickers that both of these schools have in the 7th and 8th grade,
incredible,
is unbelievable. So I don't know when Center Grove turned into kicking you or whatever they call that, but man, we're loaded at the kicking position in the high school ranks, and we're going to see a few more here tonight in the middle school games.
So the North Trojans will be in the red jerseys tonight, silver helmets, silver pants. They're going to kick off. Of course, Central in the white jerseys. You got the black pants, the red helmet stripe. Drew McComas will kick off for North, and it's a loose football. Did 19 recover?
I think North's got it.
19 recovers for North.
Braden Cates, great job there, and a great job by the kicker. That was perfectly placed there, and North gets the first break of the game. And you know, when you come in, Kevin, a little bit of an underdog like this North team is, that's could be a huge play of this game to get yourself the momentum right off the bat.
Again, that's Drew McComas. What the kickoff. Coach says one of the better kickers to come through. Actually, I'm sorry. That's Central. Got a lot of Trojans here tonight. Let's get to the North roster. My bad. Bennett Harshbarger. There we go. He's the one that had that kickoff.
Oh, great individual play there. That's number 20 for Central, Eli Andrus. Man, if he doesn't make that kind of shoestring tackle there against I think that was Shipman for North. Shipman had a lot of space out to the outside. Instead, a loss of 4 for North.
North quarterback Miles Maurer. Coach says our general, quick hitter, 21 with the carry.
Yeah, that's Sammy Geiger. He's going to be their main guy here, just a big bruising fullback right there. He gets 5 back on that play, but their leading scorer, he's a north and south kind of player, so he's going to just get those tough yards inside, and he picks up the loss of yards plus a couple.
Coach says about Geiger, great player, but even better leader. You're right. North-South runner. Leading scorer for this North team. The toss going to 19, Braden Cates, who recovered that onside kick for North. He's inside the 40 to the 37, 3 yards.
Yeah, that gets them enough yards there, Kevin, to probably go for this, obviously. A big play in this game. If North can convert on that fumble recovery off of the kickoff, that'd be a huge deal. Huddling back up, and now Coach Griffin going to talk to his quarterback, Miles Maurer. They're probably going to be up against it here as I look and see. 5 on the play clock.
4th and 6, the call. Inside handoff, skips outside. He's to the 30, 25, 20, makes another move, 15, and down to the 12-yard line. What a carry for Nolan to Shipman.
Wow, that was a little shake and bake there, Kevin. And he, as the youngsters would say, faked him out and took him out of his shoes. Boom, right there. A great fake inside, and then he goes outside, and that's a huge 4th down pickup. And North in business there right outside the 10-yard line.
26 yards on the carry. 1st and 10, North.
Now you got to figure they're going to try a steady diet of Geiger inside the 11-yard line here, but they give it to Shipman again, and that Central front 4 right there to greet him.
He is the 2nd leading scorer for this North squad. Coach says he's not only a great ball carrier, but also a great blocker. Back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Man, and you look at that defensive line for Central. 94, Andrew Waters, big kid there. Ezra Alty on the outside. Cash Daniels on the outside as well. And number 71, Clayton Lautzenheiser, big kid inside as well.
2nd and 10. 21 takes the handoff. That's Sammy Geiger. Close to the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
That's why I figure it's kind of his time inside the 10 here, because you got a lot of guys in the box. The field gets shorter, but if you can get 3 or 4 yards every time behind him, you got a chance to get in the end zone here.
O-line for North, Liam Toller, center, also a great wrestler. The guards, Kyvan Harding, Luke Keeney. The tackles, Luke Keeney and James Bishop. First flag of the night.
Man, that's tough too when you got a team that's for the most part a running team. You're going to set them back 10 yards from that holding penalty inside there, and instead of third and a couple, Kevin, at the 4, it's going to back them up. It would have been 4th and a couple. Now it's going to be 3rd and 14 at the 16.
Our officials tonight: Jeff Watson, Tom Sullivan, Ed Scheidler, Rob Toll, and Chad Rayleigh.
Well, now we'll see if North has a pass play in their book from Maurer, or what they decide to do here.
Football from the 16 on the toss. 71 with the tackle for Central. Lautzenheiser, known as Big Lots.
Big Lots.
A.K.A. Big Lots.
I think that's probably because the Central coaches can't say his last name. But, man, that's what I'm saying. I look down there and see these 7th graders, and they're tall, they're big. And now 4th and 11, Kevin, for North.
Trying to run for the first down. He's going to be stopped at the 10. Great defense by Central.
Yeah, and I think that was 95 Cash Daniels, one of the greatest names in football. Son of the defensive coordinator for the high school team, Chad Daniels. That's Cash. But they tried that same play with Shipman, Kevin, just bringing him off of the inside handoff there, and last time he was able to get outside, that time much better job by Central, and they come up with a big stop.
Central on offense for the first time tonight. Graham Albee, great leader at quarterback, has great command in the huddle. Central, a couple of yards on first down.
Yeah, pretty good balance in the backfield for them between number 20, Eli Andrus, number 35, Chance Crawford, and number 30, Braxton Stewart. All three of those guys are a threat to take it to the house every time they touch it. And then they're led in that backfield by number 4, Graham Albee.
Albee under center. They did pick up 3, so 2nd down and 7 for Central. Some misdirection. Good job by this North defense, flying to the football, forward progress to the 16, 3 yards.
Yeah, that was Geiger and a host of other North Trojans to meet him there. Graham Green also at that outside linebacker position, so not very much room there on 2nd down. So now 3rd and probably 4 for Central. Don't forget, Kevin, this Central 7th grade team has not punted in 9 years. So this is 4-down territory for them.
Wingback takes the handoff, stuffed at the 20. They're going to give him the 20-yard line, 4 yards.
Oh, and that's just enough for a first down, Kevin. So big pickup on 3rd down.
I believe that was Braxton Stewart. Very fast, athletic. Picks up the first down by just the point of the football at the 20, 4 yards.
Yeah, we'll see if Central snaps this one more time on a very, very quick first quarter. Looks like they are going to get the play called and get to the line of scrimmage.
Albee under center.
Double handoff.
Double handoff.
It's open.
30. Big gain. Braxton Stewart taken down at the 50. What a run for Central.
Yeah, that was a fantastic little counter crisscross play, Kevin. And you can see it here. The double handoff executed perfectly, and Braxton Stewart is very fast. So he got in that open field, and if not for, I think Shipman was the one that brought him down, he would have went the distance.
Football will be at the 50. He collects 30 yards on the carry. And it is the end of the first quarter, so pretty easy for the officials to flip the ball from one side of the 50 to the other side of the 50.
Much different than if the ball was at the 10 there, Kevin, and they had to go 80 yards to the other end. So, but yeah, that gets Central out of a little bit of a hole there. North with a good drive to start out with, got inside the 5, and man, that holding penalty was absolutely huge to back them up, and then they couldn't convert on 4th down. So now we'll see if Central can mount a drive, of which they've already got a good start here at the start of the 2nd quarter. Great crowd on hand, Kevin, just looking down. Obviously, all those fans were hoping that the rain would clear out, and that's what's happened. And beautiful night for some middle school football. Little fall in the air, that's what's kind of blowing through right now, Kevin. Temperature started in the low 70s and probably be in the mid to low 60s by the end of game 2 today. Is Austin over here? I see him looking down. Is he counting how many fans, or what's he doing here?
Ooh, some movement by North. He didn't get in the neutral zone. There is a flag from the back official, so we'll see if there might have been some movement possibly with Central. It is against Central penalty.
Well, yeah, since they didn't say he was the North guy was in the fullback then didn't reset there for Central. So North guy did not get in the neutral zone, so that's why the flag wasn't thrown. And then on the flip side of it, the Central fullback moving a little bit early and didn't get reset, so that's the illegal motion.
So for Central up front, we talked about Cash Daniels on defense. He's the right tackle on offense. Andrew Waters, right guard. Tripp Whitney, center. Elliot Barker, left guard. Left tackle Kate Clayton Lotzenheiser, again, a.k.a. Big Lots.
Good carry on.
1st and 15.
That's 26, Grayson Hamilton.
Three yards for Hamilton.
Hamilton's a guy that kind of gets them, can play both that halfback and wingback position, so he gets an early carry here, picks up 3. Oh, good run around the end, but a great tackle by Geiger. Geiger, that hole was huge there for Chance Crawford, but Geiger quickly swallowed him up for a short gain.
3 yards. 3rd and 9 for Central. We're in the second quarter, 5:40 on the clock.
Well, Geiger's their leading tackler, and you saw exactly right there, kind of on that outside linebacker position.
Central head coach Randall Dirksen, Brad Robley, Kevin Gunn, assistant coaches.
Oh, there's Geiger again, Kevin.
Wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a couple of yards.
Yeah, and what they do with Geiger is they just set him on the strong side of however the offense is lining up right there. They had extra blockers over there, so that's where he was, and he just shed that block, made a tackle for loss, and now 4th and long, and like I said, Central does not punt, so they're going for it here on their own 49-yard line, 4th and long.
North head coach David Marquez runs his defense. Andrew Griffin, offensive coordinator for North, in the gun. Albee passing and completing for the first down.
That's just a great pass and a great catch from Cade Ferguson, number 18. Great, you'll see it right here. Great protection up front by that offensive line, and just a simple crossing pattern there, and Ferguson makes a huge 4th down catch there. Keeps the chains moving for Central on the 36-yard line.
New set of downs for Central. Running here to the near side. Actually, he's going to plant his foot and try to take that hole inside, but there's just nothing there.
Yeah, Luke Keeney was the first one that met him, the left tackle. Just shed his block there and came in, kind of playing at the linebacker position a little bit, but you see him here. Watch, 47 just fills the hole, boom, hits him in the hole, and once again another tackle for loss for that North defense.
Loss of 1 yard, 2nd down and 11 for Central. North started the game off with an onside kick, recovered, moved the ball to the 10, couldn't get that first down, turnover on downs, and now Central still on its first drive. We're in the second quarter, no score. 34 takes the handoff. Bronson Grant.
54, Liam Toller right there did a great job of kind of clogging up the middle there and prevented Bronson Grant from finding any space, and then he made the tackle, so a great play by Toller.
Just 1 yard. Bronson Grant, fullback. Played mainly his offensive line for most of his football career. Big, strong fullback, loves contact. 3rd and a long 10 here for Central. Long signal count for Albee. He's going to do an inside handoff to 30, and he's going to be taken down just short of the first down. Heck of a run, though, for Braxton Stewart.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to have to do, is run away from. So run to the weak side away from where Geiger is lined up from that outside linebacker position. You see him over here on the right. Well, he's out of the play now because the play's going to the other side. So I'm sure Coach Dirksen has recognized that, and both of their big plays, Kevin, first on the counter crisscross and then right there on the inside handoff opposite, went for big yardage.
Yeah, he collects 9 yards, 4th and 2. They're saying 4th and 1. It's a long 1 yard. In deep motion.
Trying to draw him offside, yeah. Good job by that North defense of Coach Marquez just staying at home and not jumping, and then Central calls a timeout.
Timeout called by Coach Dirksen. Again, 4th and a long one here for Central. Rick, we got a lot of cheerleaders down there. Time to name off the cheerleaders.
Yeah, let's go 7th grade Central cheerleaders. Stella Higgins, Violet Hirsch, Elizabeth Medlock, Riley Niku, Kinley Park, Madison Paxson, Zoe Rodman, Nora Shantz, Paisley Smalling, Raya Wagner, Ellie Warnock, Cammie West. Cheer coach is Katie McCamick. And for North, cheerleaders Kennedy Johnson, Aubrey Dine, Andy Crickemeyer, Lexi Mays, Hayden Andrews, Claire Trueblood, Avalon Arkins, Bella Townsend, and Phoebe Batts. And their cheer coach is Taylor Beckley.
Fourth and a long one here for Central. Now he's going to keep it. The quarterback, he appears to get a couple of yards, almost 2.5 yards, well enough for the first down.
My favorite play on 3rd or 4th and short, Kevin, is just taking that quarterback. Alvey, not a big kid, but good job by that offensive line on the right side of just giving him a little bit of space, and he gets a first down, keeps those chains moving, Kevin. Under 2 minutes now remaining here in the second quarter. Still 2 timeouts left for Central.
Picks up 4 yards, extends the drive. Alvey sets the feet, wanted to pass. Good coverage down the field. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. Coverage down the field, very good for North.
Yeah, that's Kyvan Harding right there, who gets the tackle after a short gain on defense. Good job from that left defensive end position. Very physical looking kid. And right there, get a great job, and credit to that North defensive backfield for doing a good job in coverage.
Gets a half a yard, so second and a long 9 here for Central. Double handoff once again. Braxton Stewart.
Yeah, this time Luke Keeney.
1 yard.
Yeah, he read that perfectly, Kevin. That hole looked like it was there, but Keeney from the backside, you'll see it here, number 47. Makes the play from that linebacker position. Yeah, because they had a whole lot of space out there in front of him. And the clock's going to be under 30 seconds, Kevin, when they snap this.
1 possession for North in this opening half, and Central still on its first possession.
Yeah, and after all of that.
We're that close to the halftime buzzer already.
After all that, then they get a timeout. Only 1 timeout left and only 25 seconds. So this is obviously a huge possession here. If North can keep them out of the end zone, remember, Kevin, they kicked off and recovered that onside kick, so they get the ball at the start of the second half on offense. So the North defense, you got to credit them, Kevin, done a great job here so far in this first half. When you talk about this Central team averaging 36 points a game, and so far there's a 0 on the board for them.
And again for Central, Drew McComas, their kicker, his long field goal in practice is 41 yards, if you can believe that.
You think they're gonna try one, Kevin, kicking into the wind?
Not likely. Good point. If they had the wind to their back, I would say so, but yeah. Just wanted to throw it in there.
He pretty impressive. If
41 for a 7th grader, that's pretty that's impressive.
If they boot one in from 40 here into the wind. Colts might be looking for, I guess they did sign a guy today, but.
3rd and long. Alvey looking across the middle, throws, and it's picked off by North. 23 with the interception. Nolan Shipman picks it off.
That's a really nice play from that safety position. We'll see it right here. Shipman just playing center field here, and Alvey thinks he's got his man across the middle, but great job of catching that and then getting a few yards. So North going to call a timeout. Maybe see if they got 1 or 2 more plays here, if they have one of their trick plays that they think can go the distance. But very well played defensive first half by both these teams.
What a quick first half. Coming up at halftime, Coach Eric Moore will join us. Talk about tonight's fantastic crowd and great football. Again, 7th and 8th grade teams from North and Central playing their final game of the regular season here at Ray Skillman Stadium. Big thank you to the Center Grove Football Parent Club for bringing us a chili dinner tonight.
Nice.
And Naomi Summers, of course, with her chocolate chip cookies. I tell you, we're set.
Our stomachs are set, at least.
I might let you talk to Coach so I can go eat my chili at halftime.
No, sorry. That's poor Coach had to listen to me the last couple Saturdays in freshman and JV games asking him questions, and I know how bitter he gets when a Purdue guy is asking him questions, so I'll let you take over. Good UIndy guy that you are, Kevin.
So North with the football with 16 seconds left in the first half from their own 13-yard line.
Shipman.
Oh, wow, what a cutback to the 30. 35-40, puts on another move, spin move, and he's going to be, still on his feet.
Yeah, they got to call a timeout. He needs to go down.
And there's 2.4 seconds, and they do get the timeout called. Wow. Of course, they stop the clock to move the chains, and then, of course, they do use the timeout, but what a run by Shipman.
Man, that was some great vision, too. He cut back in the middle of the field. You'll see it here. Starts on the right side, good vision, season opening, and Cade Ferguson was the only guy back there at safety to stop him, and Shipman even broke that tackle and had a few more yards to get, but man, that was an impressive play there to get them out of the hole down there, but they're down to one play, 2.4 seconds left, so whatever your best misdirection play, trick play, whatever you can dial up here to try to get in the end zone at the end of the first half.
That run about 40 yards for Shipman. Let's see what Coach Griffin, comes up with here in this what should be the final play of the first half.
Yeah, and Ferguson, you look at him, big, tall kid there. They just moved him to safety last week after playing defensive end most of the season. He prevented a touchdown there.
The toss, 21.
It's Geiger.
Geiger gets it inside the 35, and that'll be your final play of the first half in this 7th grade matchup between Central and North. We're scoreless, won a ball game. Our halftime show is coming up next, presented by Ray Skillman Automotive Group. Coach Moore joins us next. This is CG Football.
In the heart of Center Grove, where hard work runs deep and neighbors look out for each other, you'll find Johnson's Hauling and Excavating.
We specialize in commercial projects, including land clearing, site and utilities, completed with precision, safety, and pride. This isn't just a business, it's a family legacy. Born and raised right here in Center Grove, we built a reputation on trust, reliability, and getting the job done right.
When it's time to start your next project, make Johnson's your first call.
At the barn at Bayhorse Inn, timeless charm and natural beauty create one of Indiana's most unforgettable settings. Surrounded by woods yet close to the city, it's where weddings, celebrations, and life's most meaningful moments become cherished memories. Right out front, the land has taken on new purpose with Shiloh's Corner, a Cunningham Group development. Named after Shiloh, a special horse who once roamed that very pasture, this project honors the land's history while creating new spaces for dining, retail, and community connection. And just down the road, you'll find the stables of Bayhorse Inn, where riders of all ages discover the joy of horseback riding. From first lessons to the show ring, from pony parties to camps for kids, the stables celebrate the magic of the horse and the community it inspires. Together, these places reflect a vision of growth, tradition, and connection, where memories are made and Greenwood continues to thrive.
Inside Ray Skillman Stadium, 7th grade contest at intermission. We're scoreless 0-0 between North and Central. Center Grove head coach Eric Moore now joins us here on the halftime show. Coach Moore, it's a Another great night of football here at Ray Skillman Stadium. Great crowd, and so far some pretty darn good football.
Yeah, wonderful night. Nice crowd as always. It's always pretty cool when some of the new kids that moved in Center Grove come to this game and say, wow, I can't believe this. I said, nah, it's just Center Grove. This is what we do. Great weather tonight. Got a little cooler out there in the last 30 minutes, but great weather for the kids to play. Hate to see that it's their final game this early in October. Wish we could do something about that, but I guess we can't.
Yeah, we need to add a little more time to the clock, Coach,
yeah,
and maybe play a few more games.
Yeah.
It seems like this first half went way too fast.
I always thought we should start out, the first game should be these two teams playing in the last game. I mean, let them get another game.
Not a bad idea, Coach. Hey, we had the Bantam Super Bowls over the weekend. I saw you down there. Boy,
yeah,
was that some great football or what?
Great football.
Wonderful.
If you want to win a lottery, you get a hold of Vince Lei. He won 2 Super Bowls in the Hawaii trip at the choir.
And he did it in the black and gold, Coach.
Yeah, in the black and gold. Purdue rolled. Purdue was rolling at the Bantam Fields over IU. That was great to see those kids play so hard, and what a fun day that was. Man, that was a great weather, too, that day. Just all together it's been a super weekend. Except for Friday night, it's been a great weekend.
Coach, it was a tough one, I know. I just felt like, I know you got obviously you're going to tell us, but it just seems like you've been snake bit with so many injuries. I know you can't use it as an excuse, Coach, but reality.
When can you? Because that's 9 guys.
Well, it's reality. I mean, again, you say next man up, next man up, next man up.
Not in high school.
It's tough,
it's
right? You only have so much depth, Coach.
We're playing kids that played in this game last year. I mean, I just saw Carson.
That's a good point.
I say, Carson, you nervous? You played in this game last year. We were laughing at him. We've had to play more young kids than we've ever had to play, which is good for the down the road in the program if they don't get hurt. And it's all the older kids that are getting hurt. So I don't know. It's heartbreaking for the families and that look forward to the senior years and the players that look forward to the senior years, and they did nothing wrong, and just, man, it's just heartbreaking. And we have a really, really good football team. Our defense is excellent right now, and if we could just muster a few more backs somewhere, running backs, and hopefully we'll get Biggie back this week. Big staff. He was, he wasn't super today, but he wasn't bad. And just hoping to get him back and get him healthy. And I'm going to tell you, in a couple of weeks, you might see the return of Nolan Reese. I've never seen a kid work like he's been working and embracing, and he just wants to play another high school game. And, boy, I want him to play one too.
That's what you hope, Coach, is maybe you can get some of these guys back for the state tournament run. Again, you got Lawrence North this Friday. Next week you go to Bloomington South, but 2 games of the regular season. Obviously there's pride. You want to win every game once you step out on the football field, but more importantly, you just got to get some guys back for the state tournament run.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be hard. ACLs and broken clavicles and stuff like that. The high ankle sprain maybe, but everybody else is up in the air. We also, everybody forgets the first game of the year, the 8th play, the first game against Warren Cooper Pio. Our best defensive player, goes, and it took us a couple games to get used to him not being there. Now we're playing. We've grown up a little bit, but man, you watch the tape from last year against LN. He had about 9 tackles. He was amazing, and now he's not playing. So and then Drake McClurg is a sad situation as well, and that's a lot of tackles and 88 receptions and 1,200 yards rushing, and still moving. When we could have easily won Friday night. So. But if you're around LN this weekend, you should come to this game, because I'm going to tell you what, you're going to see 3 kids that are going to be in the NFL on this field. They have 3 pro potential kids that are just excellent football players, and man, I don't know. We don't know how we're going to stop them yet. Just corral them, and the big thing is you got to get to the quarterback so he don't make the passing game, and then when Xavier Moore, when he gets the ball, you just got to corral him and don't let him get started. But last year we had him corralled one time. He jumped over everybody and ran down the sideline. So I don't know.
Yeah, he's an incredible athlete, incredible player, and it'll be interesting to see what happens this Friday night, Coach. And let's go back a little more, Coach. We talked about Bantam. We're talking about the middle school program, but this is your feeder program, Coach. This is where it all gets started, and I tell you, this middle school program over the last, 10, 15 years, it's been great.
I've been here 27 years. I don't remember when we were bad. I mean, I think we were always really good. Maybe injury prone here and there, got some kids, but yeah, this middle school program, it flourishes because they come out of Bantam with such hunger. And, middle school, anything is a little bit difficult. There's not enough time, money, and administrative things to get it going. And our kids and families just eat, and they want it, and it's great. Just wish we could have a couple more games for them to play. But so proud that they play so hard for you. I got to see about 4 games this year, and everybody plays hard, and it's always fun to see the Trojans win. And this is where you learn to win. It's not daddy ball, it's real football, and this is where you learn to win. And now when you come up, you expect to win. I think that's why our freshmen are so good.
And Coach, you have some tremendous coaches also here at the middle school level.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Everybody's doing a great job. Griff helps with us on Friday nights as well, and Travis, 8th grade coach, he filled in for you one day. One of those Saturdays, I think he filled in for you. He wasn't very good. I don't know if we should ask him back. No, I'm just teasing. He did a great job.
Yeah, he did.
He does a great job. I've known him for 27 years, so I knew him right out of college, and he worked for us right off the bat. I'm glad that he still is interested in middle school football. It's fun.
And also, Coach, I just want to let you know, Mr. Embry's going to be gone this Friday night, so we got a guest commentator coming in. One of the all-time Center Grove greats, J.B. Paxson.
Oh, my goodness. Will you have enough airspace for both of you to talk? You have to have 3 microphones.
J.B. was one of the greatest. I wasn't broadcasting when he was playing. So
I was coaching.
I know you were, but tell us a little bit about J.B. I know
he's a knucklehead.
He was one heck of a football player.
He was a great football player.
They said you couldn't move him.
No, and unless he wanted to move. And if you said, hey, we beat that year, his senior year, we beat a Warren Central team that hadn't been beaten in 2 years, which is great because that was our record we saved, our 2-year stint. That would have been a tie, but, And they came in here, and we were down 35-0 at halftime. I played him at quarterback. And everybody goes, why would you put him at quarterback? I said, because he's the most selfish person I know. He'll never pitch it, and they don't want to tackle him. And then we'd put him at tight end and throw him the ball, and he made the best catch I've ever seen on the 20-yard line. And then we scored, and at the end of the game, and we shifted to star or 2-point conversion. He walked in just so one of those guys, so he could knock over 2 of them walking in. He was a man-child. 2003 a regional against Evansville Rights. They were undefeated, 13-0, number 1 in the state. We went down there, and the bus was late. We didn't have a chance to warm up. And I go, now when we go out, we got to go all the way around here and walk out the field. And JB goes, I'm walking. I go, we're going to walk. He walked right through their stretch lines to the thing. And at that point right there, their faces all looked, and he goes, Coach, we got these guys. Then the very first play of the game, he took the wrong guy, and they scored 60 yards on an option, and that was it. He shut him down from that on time. Sorry, long story. JB's a great guy, great high school football player. I
don't know if you knew this. When he went to Western Kentucky, he was on the Big Red Network. He actually did radio work on the Big Red Network.
Oh, I know. He tells me all that.
And he was a great baseball player,
Great baseball player. I could never get to see him play much. Neither way. So I want to throw you. I want to see you throw someone out. He goes, they're not going to steal on me, Coach. He goes, but come, I'll pick someone off. This is a true story. So I'm up there, and I go, yeah, they ain't going to steal. He goes, I'll drop a couple, and they'll get a big lead off. Sure enough, he dropped a couple balls. The guy took a big lead. He threw him out from behind on first base. Best thing I ever seen in my life. I said, okay, I can go home now. Then I think he hit one over the bus garage that night.
Wow, so impressive.
So you should have a lot of fun with him, and that's going to be a fun night. We're going to do our best to contain LN and try to beat them, try to hold the ball a little bit and try to just, get a little bit of tradition going, run the football, play some good defense. Try not to give them anything on the special teams. That's huge, too. Who do you kick to? They got 9 guys that can score.
Speaking of kickers, how about these kickers you have in middle school, Coach?
Yeah,
this is like what do you call it?
Kickerama.
Kicker U,
yeah.
A lot of talent, Coach.
We only got 2 right now, so we need them. And our corn post is last week was tough on him because he didn't practice last week because he kicked so much at LC that he wore himself out. But he's done a great job. He's a self-made kid and does all those camps and just does a great job.
Coach, appreciate you stopping by. This is always a great night of football. Good luck this Friday, Coach.
Yeah, we'll need it. Please come out and join the Trojans if you're not going on vacation like I guess someone up here is. A little fall break vacation.
A lot of people are going on fall break.
Stay an extra night and watch the Trojans beat the Wildcats. Thank you. Go Trojans.
Thank you, Coach. Coach Moore joined us here at intermission as we get things underway here in the second half. Central kicking off to North. It's going to be returned to the 41-yard line. Good field position here for North to begin the second half. And so for Central, that truly was Drew McComas with the kickoff for Central. Rick, always great to visit with Coach Moore. For Rick, he's not going on vacation. He's actually going to Georgia Tech to visit his son this weekend.
I am. My son down at in graduate school at Georgia Tech. So I said, we're going to pick a weekend when they have a home football game. And so they play at 3:30 on Saturday against Virginia Tech. And by the way, that Georgia Tech team that's number 13 in the country right now. So yeah, that should be fun taking the whole family down there. But I will tune in the car on the way down on Friday night, and hopefully the Trojans can get a big win on Friday night.
Flag on the play. It's going against Central.
Well, and that was an interesting kickoff as well, Kevin. Looked like it was heading out of bounds, but great job by Shipman because it landed and then it came back in play, so he wisely picked it up. Good starting field position for North, and then they just get the benefit of a 5-yard penalty on first down.
Football at the 45. The toss.
Good block by Geiger.
Trying to get outside.
And Shipman again. Man, if Geiger doesn't pick up that guy blitzing on that side, then that's probably a 3-yard loss, and you'll see it here on the Howard Company's replay. Watch it right here. Boom. He sees that, and I think that was 20, Eli Andrus, coming in through the hole unblocked, and just great vision by Geiger to pick him up and knock him off balance, and then Shipman was able to pick up 6 yards and a first down.
It is a first down for North. Opening drive of this second half.
Man, and this just feels like a game, Kevin, with one team. If they get one touchdown, then that might be all that's needed.
Quarterback keeper to the 46, 3 yards.
Miles Maurer on that carry. Good gain with the old quarterback sneak. You can tell Maurer's just their general there, as the Coach Marquez calls him. Good job of commanding that offense.
Second down at 7, 5:20 on the clock. We're in the third, still a scoreless ball game. Good penetration by Central, but he's able to sidestep the defender.
Geiger again, you're right. That there was penetration in that backfield, but a great job by Geiger, and you'll see it here on the replay. Couple guys blitzing from that hole, but Geiger just kind of sidesteps them and picks up another first down. Continue to move the chains and wind the clock.
Geiger collects 12 yards. First and 10 at the Central 38. 5 minutes remaining third quarter.
Trips out to the left, Kevin.
Maurer under center.
Including Geiger.
Flags.
Moving up front. So I'm back them up 5 yards.
Football at the 43. First and 15 for North.
I know this is a fun night for Coach Moore. Always talks to the 8th grade teams after their game to bring them all together and say, okay, now the work starts, getting ready for high school ball. But he's like a kid at Christmas, Kevin, with all the toys underneath the tree.
21, that's Geiger.
Yeah, that time just too many guys over there, couldn't block him, and a great job of getting in the backfield. And you're not going to tackle Geiger with only one guy, so you got to have multiple guys on the spot, and that's what they did there.
Third quarter presented by IU Health and by Kubetsky Auto-Wash. No gains. Remains second and 15 for North. Just under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Wyatt Murdoch splits out here to the right. Cates at right wing back. Fumble. Recovered by North. Lost a yard. Geiger gets on it. Third and 16 for the North Trojans.
Yeah, just a little bit slow getting that ball to Geiger, and knocked it out of his hands, and luckily Geiger was able to get on that. But now third and long, Kevin, and I think North's going to take their first time out of the second half here.
Coach Griffin wants some extra time here to talk it over with the offense. Eighth grade game coming up next. Should be two really good football games tonight. Again, this one so far, just a lot of defense.
It is. It seems like, Kevin, over the years we've had our share of blowouts, but the last few years they've been very competitive, both games. So obviously this one so far 0-0 about halfway through the third quarter, so very tightly contested, and probably on paper Central was the favorite coming in, but they've only had the ball for one possession, Kevin, and we're halfway through the third quarter. But you get an onside kick to start the game, so you get two possessions yourself in the first half. North only one for Central, and so far North's had the ball for the entire third quarter.
Central undefeated, 8-0. North at 6-2. Third and a long 15.
Oh, he's throwing.
He wants to throw it, but
great play.
The Central defender wraps him up, takes him down.
Is that Chance Crawford? Fantastic individual play there by Crawford. You'll see it. He definitely looked like he was looking to throw, but good job by that Central defense of going with the receiver, and then Crawford just comes up from that linebacker position and makes the unbelievable tackle.
Geiger losing 7 yards back to the North 49. Looks like Geiger might drop back here to punt.
Yeah, that's what it looks like they're doing. Ferguson back deep for Central.
Sammy Geiger. Handles the high snap. Punts it out of bounds on the north sideline. Let's see where they're going to mark it out of bounds. Inside the 35, still going. Looks like they're going to put it at the 33-yard line.
Well, good job by that Central team of after North got a couple first downs, then got a penalty to start with, but then 3 loss of yardage plays, and North had to punt. So now Central gets their first possession here in the second half.
18 yards on the punt. Central from its own 33 with 2:22 to play in the third quarter.
Good hard run there by Eli Andrus.
Picked up off the ground and pushed back for progress. Looks like he'll be at the between the 37-38 yard line.
Shipman and Keeney again on the tackle.
Placed it at the 38, 5 yards.
Yards after contact, about 3 or 4 there for Andres.
Under 2 minutes to play in the third. Still 0-0 in the 7th grade game between Central and North. Hard run, hard tackle. Gets it to the 41-yard line, 3 yards. Player down for North.
Yeah, that's big 93 for North, James Bishop. That's a kid they do not want to see go down.
Eli Andrus with that last carry.
And he does get up, but he gets up a little gingerly, and now he's going to have to come out of the game. 68, Midas Upchurch. We'll see if he has the Midas touch, Kevin. I know, that was a name that stood out for us just as we're going over names and everything.
Football again at the 41, so for Central, third and a couple. Alvey under center. Quick handoff, quick hitter, good push. Central gets the first down.
Just straight ahead, not nothing razzle-dazzle or anything about that. Andres, 3 straight times, Kevin, and he gets the first down. Now he's going to get a breather, and in comes Bronson Grant and Grayson Hamilton.
At the Central 45, new set of downs. Cade Ferguson splits out here to the left. Double wing back. Wing back in motion, takes the handoff. That is Braxton Stewart. Good pursuit by the North defense. He gets a Give him 2 yards.
Man, I'm just really impressed by Keeney from that linebacker position. Just, he's been everywhere. Right there, he gets the initial hit, and then Sammy Geiger cleans that up for a short gain.
Football off the 47, final 25 seconds of the third quarter. This is just Central's second possession in this game.
Goes so quick when you run the ball all the time, and you don't have much passing at all. Clock stays wound. Ooh, I don't know if everybody was set. Yeah.
Flag thrown here on the near side.
Yeah.
You're right. Central snapped it quickly. Penalty against Central, not quite set. It'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, legal motion there. I mean, good idea by Central. He picked up 4 yards, but the problem was he didn't have his whole offense set. There was a couple of them moving. It was just a quick snap there. That is going to be the end of the third quarter, Kevin.
Scoreless, 0-0. So once again, North had, 2 possessions in the first half, 1 here in the third, so 3 total, and Central now just on its second offensive possession. They'll have the football going into the fourth quarter, and we're still scoreless in the 7th grade game.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. If one of these 6 or 7 minute drives, Kevin, results in points, that's pretty much going to be ball game. This is huge.
Central looking at 2nd and 13 once play resumes. And again, you look over to Hog Island across the way. You see the North 8th grade team warming up. I'm guessing Central might be warming up over on the freshman field over our right shoulder.
They were, and now they're walking into the locker room there in the all black. So I hope those red numbers are clear enough for our old eyes up here, Kevin.
I brought the binoculars just in case. Yeah, I like the traditional jerseys and colors we have right now of this 7th grade game with those white numbers for North and the black numbers for Central.
It's just an awesome night, Kevin. I love this game, and saw parents out kind of tailgating a little bit out in the parking lots before the game, and it's just an awesome night.
2nd down and long, double
cross
handoff. Braxton Stewart had great success in the first half with that play, but not so here.
Great.
North read it well.
That's exactly right, Kevin. Keeney, in addition to, I can't see that number. Is it 48 for North at linebacker? It does look like 48. Graham Green was the one also did a great job of staying at home there. And
Coach says he's the best open field tackler on the team. Talking about Green. He will protect our weak side, and a great kid. So no gain. It's going to be 3rd and 13. A physical run, physical tackle as well.
Yeah, they got about half of that back, Kevin. So obviously they're not going to punt. So you go from 3rd and 13 to 4th and 7. So you at least make it manageable here on 4th down. And an absolute huge part of this game.
6 yards at the Central 48. Got to get to the North 45 for a first down.
I'm wondering, Kevin, how often have we had an overtime game here in the middle school game?
Since we've been streaming these for several years, I don't recall any overtime games. Maybe one.
And I'm assuming it's the same rules as the high school, where each team gets it at the 10-yard line. So if North can get a stop here, there's a very good possibility that may happen.
Timeout called. 5:43 to play. We're in the 4th.
Fourth and 7 for Central. We don't have the scoreboard updated for us. That's where we get our feed from. Last time North dropped Geiger into coverage there, thinking that Central was going to throw it in the middle of the field. We'll see where they put him now.
Central this year has outscored its opponents 292-48, so they're averaging 36 points a game on offense and giving up 6 points on defense. At the moment, 0-0, 4th and 7. Albee with time. He's passing and intercepted by Geiger.
Go, Kevin. No.
He gets to the 50, 45, 40, and taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, that's why you drop him in coverage, Kevin, is kind of that man in center field there overseeing everything, and Geiger comes up with a huge interception. You'll see it here. Back to pass. He's looking right in the middle of the field, and Geiger just steps right in front of the intended receiver, and then a really nice return. So great field position again for North. 5.5 minutes left. We'll see if they can put it in the end zone.
Second INT thrown by Central. Geiger.
Oh, this is Shipman.
Shipman, excuse me.
Well, and they put Geiger at wingback as kind of an extra blocker out there, and Shipman gets great yardage on first down.
Nolan Shipman to the 31, 6 yards.
I'm very impressed with him so far, Kevin. Just very shifty in that backfield. Him and Geiger are quite the tandem.
Keep an eye on the clock. Under 5 minutes to play in the 4th. Maurer.
Movement on that right side again, man.
Maurer, your quarterback. There is movement.
Man,
False start against North. 5-yard penalty. Football will be at the 36.
Man, and when you get 3 or 4 yards of carry, man, those 5-yard penalties or more obviously just kill you, Kevin, because you get behind the chains. North really hasn't thrown the ball yet tonight, so they want to just have Geiger and Shipman get 3 or 4 yards, and when you throw in that 5-yard penalty, that really puts you behind the chains.
Second and 9 following the penalty. Maurer, handoff, Geiger, wrapped up as he comes across the 35. He'll be spotted just inside the 35.
Yeah, and that's Braxton Stewart on that tackle. Just a good open field tackle and physical play there.
Gets about a yard and a half. We're under 4 minutes to play. Coming this way, Shipman.
Great defense. Great job of staying at home.
Really good job by that Central defense. You are correct.
Grayson Hamilton was there. 34, Bronson Grant was there, and you see it here. They weren't fooled at all, Kevin. Good job of just staying in your lanes, and boom. That was a play that worked the first time they ran it in the first half, but since then, nothing. And decision time for North, and I don't know if they're going to let this one wind all the way down and call another timeout and then decide if you don't make it here, you give Central the ball in pretty decent field position.
4th and 7. Maurer going to the official. I think you're right. I think they're going to call a timeout.
I mean, a lot of times run off, and I don't know who's –
he talked to
back judges.
Keeping the time, keeping the play clock, if you will. And now a timeout called by North. Game clock says 2.5 minutes left to play. In the 4th, 0-0 in this 7th grade game between Central and North. And North is facing, Rick, 4th and 7.
Yeah, kind of a tough distance here. I mean, I guess you could punt it, Kevin, but you're probably not going to gain more than 10 or 15 yards. If you punt it, then you're basically saying, hey, we're hoping to get to overtime.
North has punted once tonight, 18 yards by Geiger. Let's see what Coach
give
Marquez decides to do here.
Yeah, you give it back to Central here, then I think they've got 2 timeouts left. I think they've used 1 in this half. North has now used 2, so they only have 1 left. Looks like they're going for it.
Maurer fakes the toss, inside handoff, going to be stopped. Gets it almost to the 30, not quite.
Yeah, that was 71. Clayton Lautzenheiser and
AKA Big Lots.
Big Lots. You see it here from that D tackle position.
Making a lot of big plays tonight.
That's a really nice play there by Clayton.
Turnover on downs.
Central gets it back. Clock starts winding. 2:20 left here in the 4th quarter. Like I said, I think they have 2 timeouts left.
Albie in the gun. Handoff, 35 takes it for Central.
Nothing there for
Chance Crawford.
They got to go a little bit quicker here. Get both these teams kind of signaling plays from the sideline. Bring in guys. So you got to get that guy going quicker.
Crawford, the fastest team on this Central team. Another nice run for Central. First down.
That's Andrus. Good pickup. They get enough for a first down, so the clock temporarily stops. Now to wind again.
Seven yards for Andrus to the Central 43.
That's so hard, Kevin. You don't have enough time with practices and stuff to, work on a 2-minute drill. Well, double reverse here, and he's going to throw it.
Back to the quarterback, and really good job by North defensively. He heard footsteps.
Yeah,
Albie, the quarterback, couldn't bring it in.
That was 12. Wyatt Murdoch does a fantastic job at that cornerback position of just staying at home and not going for the multiple fakes or running across the field there. You always figure you got 1 or 2 razzle-dazzle plays, Kevin, in your playbook, and I think we just saw one of them from Central.
Second down and 10 from the Central 43.
Oh, fumble. Oh, and North gets on it. Wow.
North recovers at the 40. The big fella recovered.
Yeah, 93, James Bishop. You see it here. That's the danger of the counter crisscross double handoff, is those 2 handoffs, and the second one just didn't quite get to the running back, and now you give the ball back to North. North only 1 timeout, 41 seconds, and Central now going to call a timeout just to make sure that their defense is, you forget about that, and you got one job, that's to keep them out of the end zone.
So for the Central offense, a couple of interceptions and out of fumble, so 3 turnovers by this Central offense tonight.
Well, and that's in addition to not getting the onside kick, the first play of the game. So you kind of, North came in the underdog, and you got to have some things go your way, and one of those things is turnovers. Turnovers and penalties can keep you in the ball game, and that's exactly what's happened. And we'll see if North can actually convert on one of those, Kevin. So I think they only have 1 timeout. I don't know that for sure. They've used at least 1, but I think they've used 2. So 1 timeout, 41-yard line.
Bauer hands it off. Trying to get outside. Good defense by Central getting in the backfield.
Bronson Grant and Eli Andrus, and now Shipman. I hope he just fell on the ball there and lost his breath. Hope there's nothing more to that, even though he is grabbing his leg. Oh, you hate to see that.
Grabbing at his right knee. That's Nolan Shipman. being attended to.
Man, with the amount of injuries we've seen at that position, Kevin, at the varsity level,
I believe Center Grove varsity is down 6 running backs right now.
which is crazy.
He lost 1 yard on the play, back to the 42.
I mean, Shipman's such a big part, and if this does go into overtime, Kevin, a big part not only of the offense but the defense for North as well. Hopefully it's nothing big and he can return.
Trainer's out.
It's Trainer
Working
Dave
on him.
Yeah,
Is that Trainer Dave tonight?
it is. Trainer Dave is for the Middle School North team. Logan Wynn for the Middle School Central team. And he is up. That's good to see. Shipman's had a great game tonight. He's ran the ball really well, probably close to 100 yards or over. I'll get him checked out on the sideline.
We're ready for action. Second and I would call it 12 yards. 19 takes the handoff. Braden Cates inside the 40 to the 39.
Yeah, now you're in kind of one of those iffy situations, Kevin. You don't want to go quick and then you give Central the ball back for one or two more chances if you don't make it on 4th down. So kind of taking their time here.
40 seconds and counting. We're under 40 seconds. The ball to 39. Geiger sheds the first tackler. Central doing a good job gang tackling. He gets the ball to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, the guy that blew that up was 84, Colin Schultz. I'm sorry, that's the North roster. 84, Dominic Madison for Central. He was in the backfield, caused Geiger to have to stop, and they're going to let this run out, and we're going to have overtime, Kevin, in the 7th grade game.
That's the end of regulation.
Oh, he called his last timeout. He's going to run one more play here on 4th down. Your best trick play or something like that to try to win this game.
Coach Marquez calling that timeout with 0.8 seconds left. I told you on Saturday, my son years ago in Bantam, rookie division, won on the last play of the game. Touchdown, right here.
Are you calling that right now? Are you predicting this, Kevin?
And they scored this same direction on a reverse.
I can't believe that you can still remember after all those years, Kevin. That, of course, you and I both have some pretty good memory of sporting events, not so much of other important family events, or maybe I'm
like
speaking
anniversaries,
birthdays of my 58 kids that I have, all of that good stuff. Well, we'll see. We'll see what Coach Marquez and Coach Griffin, if they've got a trick play. Yeah, and one of the problems you got is Shipman, one of your main running backs, not in.
Going to hand it off to 19. He's going to run to that far side. He's going to be taking down Braden Cates. Try to sweep it out to that right side. Central makes the tackle. There is no time left. That's the end of regulation. Still tied at 0-0.
Going to overtime, each team will get it at the 10, so they'll do a flip here, Kevin, with the captains at midfield there. And obviously you win the flip, then you want to go on defense first because you want to know what you need to get when you do go on offense. So we'll see how this flip goes, and we'll get going in overtime. kind of looking over on the sidelines, Kevin, to see if they're still looking at Shipman here over on the sideline, trainer Dave. And it looks like he's got some tape, and they're putting some tape around a knee or an ankle. So maybe he's going to try to give it a go here in overtime.
So coach says here, team motto for North: a team above all, a team. So we shall see what North can do here in this overtime.
Well, they played a heck of a game, Kevin. Like
They
I
sure
said,
have.
Central coming in, the favorite here in the 7th grade game. To hold a team that had scored an average of 36 points a game to 0 in regulation is saying something. Obviously, they got some help with some turnovers by that Central team, but just have done a fantastic job. And, you know, on the Central side, they got put into some tough spots as well, and that defense for Central has really stepped up as well to keep North out of the end zone.
Coach Marquez said very about his team, very proud about this North team, where they started back in July and where they are now. Coach Dirksen says about this Central team, he said this team overall just so competitive, wants to win, does it as a team. The biggest fans for this Central team, he says, are their teammates. That's what it's all about, rooting for your teammate, supporting your teammate. Some great comments from these two head coaches. Trying to get things figured out here at midfield again. Who's going to go first and what direction are we going to go? One would think you would want to go toward the scoreboard, to the right, to the south end zone. You got the wind to your back. Again, a stiff wind here tonight.
Yeah, it looks like they are, and it looks like North will have the balls first. So Central won the toss, elected to go on defense like you should. And so North will have possession first. You get it at the 10, 4 downs obviously to get in the end zone or not in the end zone, and then you flip sides and the other side gets to try.
Both teams have solid kickers. Could we see potential kicking here in overtime? We shall see. Again, the wind would be to the back of the kickers.
Would that be a crazy thing, Kevin, for a 7th grade football game to be decided by a field goal? You would like nothing more than that, being the kicker father that you are.
Gotta say, my oldest son, he kicked a game-winning field goal at Bantam to win it 11-8. It was a walk-off.
So North's kicker is 9 for 9 on PATs. Central's kicker kicked a field goal from 41 yards.
I think that was in practice.
In practice, yeah.
So we'll see.
All right, North.
What transpires here in this first overtime? North with the football.
And I like it. Kevin Shipman is back in that backfield.
Good news. Maurer under center. Handoff going to Geiger, and they miss on the first tackle, but the second wave got him.
See, and I like that, kind of going straight ahead with Geiger and Shipman, even though Shipman is definitely favoring that. That knee is what looks like got taped up, but a great job in the backfield. I think that was Andrus was the one that hit him first. He shook that tackle a little bit, but still barely made it back to the line of scrimmage. That front 7 for Central is so good.
Got about a half a yard, and that's it. Still right there at the 10. The toss to Shipman. He's going to cut it back. He's to the 5 and taken down maybe just on the other side of the 5. A great cutback by Shipman.
It is, and that's how he had that big gain at the end of the first half, Kevin. Over 40 yards is just good vision. You see it here. It was kind of clogged up to the outside. Boom. Puts his foot in the ground and gets it inside the 5-yard line, or just inside the 5-yard line. So you got 2 downs to get the last 5 yards. They really like having Geiger out there blocking in front of him as well. He's such a big physical kid.
Oh, fumble. Central, I think, recovered. Shipman didn't get it cleanly from the quarterback.
Yeah, that was, and I think I thought there might be a flag on the play. That one was kind of messed up from the start.
North recovers.
I think Well, let's look at this again, Kevin. Shipman lost it. Wow, and the scrum inside there, Shipman was able to get it back. Wow.
Fourth down.
Try here, yep.
Fourth down at the 5, whistles.
Timeout.
Coach Marquez calls a timeout.
Man, and credit Shipman for fighting to get that ball back, Kevin, because it sure looked like the Central defense had it, and somehow Shipman was able to get it back and get his team one more chance. What a game, Kevin.
Coach Griffin, offensive coordinator for this North team, huddling. Central huddling on the far side of the field. North is your home team tonight. North facing fourth down from the 5.
There we go.
Miles Maurer, quarterback under center. He rolls right. Looking
Got
to the
Geiger.
end zone. He's got Geiger.
He's in.
Touchdown, North. 5-yard touchdown pass to Geiger.
Miles Maurer put it on the numbers, Kevin. Looky here. Little bootleg action here. You sneak Geiger out of the backfield. He's open right there. Maurer just flips it to him, and Geiger barely gets into the end zone. Great attempt by Bryce Defner to keep him out, but man, Geiger just snuck it out. 4th and goal from the 5, and you get in the end zone. And now, will they kick an extra point, Kevin? Will they try for 2? They're still discussing it.
Sammy Geiger, 5-yard touchdown reception here in overtime, putting North on top, 6-0. Again, Central will have an opportunity to go on offense from the 10-yard line after this extra point. Let's see if they go for 2, or do they try to kick?
Yeah, and there is, in case you're wondering, there is a Central kid down, and it might be Defner that attempted to make that tackle. Man, he stuck Geiger, but Geiger was just able to get in the end zone. It is Defner, number 45 for Central, but he's up and moving around right now, just out of the camera shot there, and now he's walking over to the...
Hear the applause for him. Great sportsmanship. So the kicker for North, Bennett Harshbarger. Coach says soccer phenom. He's 9 of 9 on PAT kicks this year.
Number 46, and I do not see him out there, Kevin, so they'll go from the left hash. That's where they wanted the ball, so you always wonder, you're going to run to the wide side of the field or the short side of the field. You got Geiger over on the right side, Shipman over on the right side as well. Double wings, no running backs beside Maurer.
Maurer under center. The man in motion takes the handoff.
Yeah, there's just nobody there. Or no.
Great pursuit by the Central defense. 94 with the tackle.
That was Hank Finke was the one on the carry. So
Andrew Waters makes the tackle for Central.
Central keeps them out on the 2-point conversion, Kevin. Now can they score on their own?
Central will get an opportunity. Football at the 10-yard line. Maurer to Geiger, 5-yard touchdown. North takes a 6-0 lead, and now Central gets an opportunity. Albie's going to hand it off.
Andres, great yards.
He's in the end zone. Touchdown. Eli Andres scores from 10 yards out.
Didn't take them long right there, Kevin. So they'll obviously, we'll see what they do. Will they decide to kick, or will they try to get the...
Drew McComas is their kicker. It appears the offense stays out there, Rick. They're going for 2.
Yeah, McComas is 17. I don't see him out there, so here comes the play. I mean, you just get 10 yards on one play there, Kevin. Do you not go to just the same thing on that left side? Find those big boys on the left side of that offensive line. No, they do have Andres. And they go to the other side.
He's looking for the end zone. He's in. Central wins on the 2-point conversion. Central ends the season undefeated 9-0.
What a ball game, Kevin. And man, North's defense right there. But Andres with the extra effort, boom, gets in the end zone. And what a ball game between these two teams, Kevin. You hate to see one of these teams lose this game, but wow, what a great game. Great effort by this North team. But Central just made one more play than they did, and they get the win.
Central concludes the season 9-0, undefeated. North 6-3, ending the season. What a ball game, you're right. Great football being displayed here tonight, and Central gets it done here in overtime to win it 8-6, your final.
Yeah, fantastic game. Obviously, credit that North defense, man. They kept them Central out of the end zone the entire game until overtime there, but just a couple special plays by Eli Andrus in overtime behind that big offensive line that he has, and they were able to come up with the 8-6 victory and win this 7th grade game. So great game. And now we'll be back for the 8th grade game.
So 8-6 your final. Central over North in the 7th grade contest. That was just the appetizer, Rick Embry.
That's good stuff. I'm ready. If that's the appetizer, I'm ready for the main course, Kevin. And you know me, I don't skip any meals.
And some dessert as well. All right. 8th grade contest coming up next. This is Center Grove Trojan football being presented tonight by IU Health.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
At the Skin Lab, beauty and wellness come together under one roof. From advanced skin treatments and injectables to personalized wellness programs, we help you look and feel your very best. Whether you want radiant, glowing skin, balanced hormones, or a boost in confidence, our expert team is here to guide you every step of the way. Discover an experience where science meets luxury and results speak for themselves. The Skin Lab, your journey to confidence starts here.
Take the rest of the year off from payments at Ray Skillman Buick GMC. The Halloween treats will be sweeter, the Thanksgiving turkey will be tastier, and you'll have extra cash this Christmas with no payments for 120 days. Plus, get 0% financing and save up to $10,000 on a new GMC Sierra and 0.9% financing on the entire Buick lineup. Make no payments until next year at Ray Skillman Buick GMC.
Our clients operate in a world of constant evolution. At Forvis Mazars, we always look ahead. Listening to our clients' unique challenges and needs, we deliver audit and assurance, tax, and consulting solutions that are tailored and personal. We are Forvis Mazars, built for what's next.
Some people spend all day washing and buffing their ride to shiny perfection by hand. But you've learned the fine art of delegation.
Back inside Ray Skillman Stadium, game one in the books. Boy, what a ball game it was. Central beats North 8-6 in overtime in the 7th grade contest. Now the 8th graders are warming up. We'll have that for you in just a moment. Brent Lei now joins us, CG football player back in the day for Coach Moore, now part of the Cedar Grove Gridiron Club, sponsorship director. And Brent, that was an awesome first game. We got a great crowd tonight, very festive evening of football, great weather, but what an opening game tonight.
Yeah, Kevin, what a great game. I thought that 7th grade game would be a competitive one, and we definitely got that. Everyone got their money's worth. Huge crowd tonight, pretty impressive, and the rain held off, which is good, so we have great weather. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, it's a really nice fall night for football here, and I tell you, you're right. A lot of high school teams would love a crowd that we have here tonight for these two middle school games. I know Coach always says it brings out a couple pals and fans, and I looked down earlier, and I just, again, another fantastic crowd tonight. Also, you got the Center Grove High School Parent Club, football parent club, serving up the food tonight for all the young parents and these young players tonight, just a way to welcome them to the program.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. They've been doing that for quite some time now, I believe. The chili down there welcome these 8th graders that'll be freshmen next year. It's also great to see all these Bantam kids out here tonight. I think they had some sort of Bantam tailgate event before the game. I know they shut down any practices at Bantam on this night, so it's good to see all these kids out here cheering on the middle schoolers.
Brent, I know you just the last few years an opportunity to be down at Bantam as the board president, and now your son's playing in 7th grade for Central tonight, and it's all about Coach Moore's feeder program. Rick and I just called the games from Bantam over the weekend. Boy, what an exciting weekend of football! It's just you don't see it anywhere else. It's just the high caliber football. I'm just amazed every time we go down there to Bantam to do the Super Bowls. How good the talent is.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Running that wing tee offense, pretty incredible to see. By the end of the season, even the 2nd graders in that rookie, I mean, they're just flawless. Nowhere to line up, know who's getting the ball, know where to go with it, and then you see that translate as you move up, and you see great games like this tonight, like we saw in the 7th grade game. So pretty neat what we have going on here. I can't imagine there's much else like this in the state of Indiana, Midwest. It's got to be one of the biggest programs around from top to bottom.
Well, Brent, really appreciate you stopping by and spending some time with us before we get to the second game. Again, it's just a great night of football, kind of all culminating right here. You got Bantam this past weekend. You got the middle school teams playing their final games tonight. And I tell you, if you're a football junkie, there's no better place to be than right here in Cedar Grove.
That's exactly right. I appreciate you having me on, Kevin.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Brent Lei joining us here between games for just a few moments. We're going to take another break. After the break, we'll be back with the kickoff between Central and North in the 8th grade clash. This is CG Football, presented tonight by IU Health.
In the heart of Cedar Grove, where hard work runs deep and neighbors look out for each other, you'll find Johnson's Hauling and Excavating.
We specialize in commercial projects, including land clearing, site and utilities, completed with precision, safety, and pride. This isn't just a business, it's a family legacy. Born and raised right here in Cedar Grove, we built a reputation on trust, reliability, and getting the job done right.
When it's time to start your next project, make Johnson's your first call.
At the barn at Bayhorse Inn, timeless charm and natural beauty create one of Indiana's most unforgettable settings. Surrounded by woods yet close to the city, it's where weddings, celebrations, and life's most meaningful moments become cherished memories. Right out front, the land has taken on new purpose with Shiloh's Corner, a Cunningham Group development. Named after Shiloh, a special horse who once roamed that very pasture, this project honors the land's history while creating new spaces for dining, retail, and community connection. And just down the road, you'll find the stables of Bayhorse Inn, where riders of all ages discover the joy of horseback riding. From first lessons to the show ring, from pony parties to camps for kids, the stables celebrate the magic of the horse and the community it inspires. Together, these places reflect a vision of growth, tradition, and connection, where memories are made and Greenwood continues to thrive.
Some people spend all day washing and buffing their ride to shiny perfection by hand. But you've learned the fine art of delegation.
Welcome back inside Ray Skillman Stadium. Tonight it's middle school football, Central versus North. What a first game we just had.
Man, that was fantastic, Kevin. And yeah, Central was able to pull that in overtime, 8-6. Both teams scored, but Central was able to get in the end zone on their 2-point conversion. So a great, like you said, a great appetizer before this one. And a couple great teams coming in tonight, Kevin. Central 6-2 on the year. Their only losses are to Roncalli 14-0, Franklin Central 19-13. And then this North team 7-0, Kevin. Their closest margin of victory, 26 points. So they're absolutely loaded. And on paper, it looks like North should be favored in this. But as we saw in the last game with Central being a favorite in that one, you never know what's going to happen. And we're getting ready to get going.
North will kick it off. Matt Henninger, head coach for North. Mike Dahl, head coach for Central.
Mike Dahl, one of my favorites, Kevin, still claims to be my best assistant coach ever that I had down at the Bantam Fields a couple times. Great
Noah Fitzgerald with
my.
the kickoff. Big leg, several touchbacks on the year. And it's another one. How about that?
Whew. I mean, that one landed on about the 20 or the 15, and then it rolled into the end zone, thankfully for Central. But very rarely do you see a middle school game where you take over at the 20-yard line. Shoot, Kevin, we've seen about half the high school teams this year that Center Grove has played didn't have a kicker that could get it in the end zone.
Paxton Smalling.
Oh, man.
Quarterback.
Those numbers are going to be tough to see, those red numbers on the all-black unis for Central.
Time to get the binoculars out. Paxton Smalling, southpaw lefty, has a great arm, spreads the ball around. 15 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Harper Stewart, you're going to see a lot of. Number 4 from the fullback position. Luke Paxson from the wingback position, number 11, and then halfback, 25, Carson Umbarger. Those are the main 3 guys in that offensive backfield for Central.
We're ready for action. Central running the football here to the near side. Great opening run all the way across the 35 down to the 37, or up to the 37.
Look at that speed right off the bat from Umbarger. You see it here going around the left side. North was bringing a blitz, and they got through that initial line and Big gain, 17 on first down, and Central moves the chains.
Cash Rice makes the tackle for North. Better job by that North defense stuffing the run.
Yeah, I think that was number 35, Lucas Bergeron, who gets the initial hit in the backfield from that linebacker position. Not a very big kid there, but a good stick, and holds Central to little gain.
Harper Stewart 1 yard on the carry for Central. 2nd down and 9. Coach says Stewart, big physical runner with great speed, 5 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdowns. 25 trying to sprint it outside. That's Carson Umbarger.
Yeah, this time nothing doing over there. Tackle for loss. Number 20 was in on the action, Brandon Cannon.
Coach says Umbarger, great vision, can score from anywhere. 6 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving, and he has passed for 2 touchdowns. Loses yardage here all the way back to the 36-yard line.
Well,
loss of 2.
Now you're going to see if Coach Dahl has Paxton Smalling, left-handed quarterback, see if they put him back to pass on 3rd and long.
Smalling, lefty, throwing, middle of the field. Looked like he may have had his arm hit on the release. Not a normal pass. He was looking for 11, Luke Paxson.
I think you're right. Jackson Specker, number 37, was in that backfield, and I think he might have got part of his arm. But once again, this is a Central team that doesn't punt very often or at all. So they're going to go for it from their own 36-yard line, 4th and long.
Harper Stewart is the punter, but it appears the offense out there going for it here on 4th and 11. Inside handoff, 20 stayed home.
Cannon, what a job there by that young man, Brandon Cannon. Exactly what you teach him, Kevin. You don't need him from the right defensive end to go chasing it on the other side of the field. Watch this, from that linebacker position. I stay at home, and then boom, there he is. Great individual play, and North takes over in great field position.
It'll be at the Central 36-yard line. This is not Monday Night Football, but Tuesday Night Football here at Ray Skillman Stadium. 1st and 10 for North.
Well, this is the guy you're going to get a steady diet of, Kevin. Man, flag right off the bat for North. That's a tough one. That's a holding penalty that's going to set them back 10 yards. But Luke Cherry is their main guy, Kevin. Big, physical, hard runner. Obviously, you know the name, Kobe on the high school team heading to Purdue next year. Tyler, his oldest brother, down at IU as a quarterback. So this is the 3rd of the Cherry boys, and Luke is very, very good as well.
Flag against North. Was it holding?
It was holding.
All the way back now to the 46-yard line.
So, man, you take over in great field position, Kevin, at the 36-yard line, and that 10 yards sets you back immediately.
The toss coming here to the near side. Cannon.
Great play by number 11 for Central. That's Luke Paxson. We've seen number 11 on the high school team. That's his big older cousin, True. And Luke Paxson from the linebacker position comes up and makes a really nice play there.
Football at the 41, 5 yards for Cannon. Brandon Cannon, number 20. Coach says probably the best athlete on this North team is Cannon. Excellent with the ball in his hands.
Fumble.
Scramble for the football.
Oh, they got back on it.
North recovers. It'll be 3rd and long.
We saw it a little bit on that 7th grade game, Kevin. The team that was a little bit of the underdog got 3 different turnovers. And that kept them in the ball game right there. You about saw the first turnover of the game, but instead little to no gain, so 3rd and long for North.
Scoreboard says 3rd and 16. Zero takes the handoff. Heidelberger.
Big kid.
Spin moves,
He's holding
more
that ball
spin
loose
moves.
too.
They're going to say the He had already was down before the ball came out.
Yeah, you can see Heidelberg, huge kid, but very loose on that, carrying that ball, Kevin. And luckily for him, he didn't fumble it.
Collects 6 yards to the 36. Back to the original line of scrimmage. First, or should say 4th and 10 for North.
Heidelberger, the normal right tackle for North, so a little bit different look there on 3rd and long.
Passing, rolling right, throws one up, and did he hang on? He did at the 20. First down, North.
Are you kidding me? Number 7, Connor Phoenix goes up and gets that. Good ball by Parla Greco. And we'll see the replay here, and man, that was a fantastic job by Phoenix of going up and getting that ball, and huge first down for North.
Parla Greco. Coach says savvy, smart, tough, great attitude, good leader. Completion percentage has to be over 80%, Coach says.
Well, 1 for 1 today, and there's a huge one there to give them a fresh set of downs.
Connor Phoenix with the reception.
Now you're going to see
16 yards.
Luke Cherry show running over people. Boom, boom. Now the big offensive line pushes him forward, and that's a huge gain on first down.
8 yards.
Yeah, honestly, there's one guy that's going to be getting the ball, Kevin, over the next 3 plays till I hit the end zone. That's 33.
Coach says Luke Cherry, big, physical, hard runner, gets the tough yards, best hands on the team. 8 yards on that carry. Second down at 2 at the 12. This time it's going to be Cannon to the right, to the 10. He's inside the 10, taken down.
Good shiftiness there. He gets enough for a first down, Kevin, so it's going to be 1st and goal. But, yeah, you see it here.
Elijah Peters on the tackle.
Yeah, guys in the backfield for Central, but watch Cannon. Boom, makes one guy miss, and then he's able to get 3 or 4 more yards after that first contact.
4 yards. First and goal, Cherry puts on the brakes. He's inside the 5 and then push back. They'll mark him at the 4. 4 yards for Luke Cherry.
Yeah, and that was Umbarger, Kevin, 25, who made a nice play there when it looked like there was a hole for Cherry, but Umbarger from that middle linebacker position, and he holds him to 4 and most importantly keeps him out of the end zone.
This North team lost Kyler Thompson due to injury in Game 5, and he's now one of the player coaches.
That's the scary part, Kevin, is Kyler was kind of part of that 2-headed monster or 3-headed monster in that backfield. And now
Cherry lead blocker for Cannon, and Cannon scores. North on the board, striking first.
Yeah, big hole by that right side of that offensive line. Tight end Noah Fitzgerald, right tackle Mason Heidelberger, right guard Micah Scheib, center Jackson Specker, and on the left side Lucas Bergeron and Rhett Killinger. Those guys, big hole there for Cannon, and he gets in the end zone.
North going for 2. 1:19 to play. We're in the opening quarter. Rolling right.
He's got Cherry wide open.
2-point conversion good. 8-0 North.
Great bootleg pass there. They had the whole defense going to the left looking for Cannon. Cherry sneaks out of the backfield. You'll see it here. And once again, Parla Greco hits him in stride for the 2 points. Obviously, the play of that drive, Kevin, was the 4th and 10 conversion from Parla Greco to Connor Phoenix, who went up and high-pointed that ball for a huge first down. And then North was able to punch it in after that.
Noah Fitzgerald will kick off. Had a touchback in his first one. See what he comes up with here. He'll kick from the right hash. Kind of a little pop-up pooch kick, if you will, to the 30. Bounces off the Central player and recovered at the 26-yard line.
And good job of just falling on that one by number 15, Owen Weiss for Central, and now Central will take over on their second possession.
So you've recently interviewed Coach Moore during a JV football game at halftime, and he said, looking at all the talent that I see in freshman football, 8th grade football, it is so hard for me to retire, he says.
He does. I mean, that's exactly what he said. He said the talent in that freshman class and the 8th grade class, he said, my health is telling me I need to retire. My football heart is telling me no way, I want to coach these kids for the next 4 or 5 years. So we'll see what happens, but obviously a lot of talent here in this class, and we've seen it already from that freshman class and the big freshman class. Here's the other thing I love, and I meant to say it during the 7th grade game, Kevin. You look at the amount of kids on both of these sidelines, and that just feeds into the freshman class has over 70 kids playing across all 3 levels there. So that's fantastic, and obviously an indication of big things to come. Oh, great
Wing
play.
back,
Wow,
taking the handoff.
There's the kicker, Kevin.
Kickers get tackled too. They're football players too. Remember that.
He also plays tight end, and
that was Paxson on the run.
And left defensive end. Oh, my goodness. Noah Fitzgerald with the absolute stick after Paxton. It looked like he had some space, Kevin, but, man, Fitzgerald closed that hole quickly.
No gain for Central.
Into 1.
They'll be facing 3rd and 8 at the start of the second quarter. Rick, I think I hear the cheerleaders down below. How about mentioning our cheerleaders tonight in this 8th grade game?
Let's do it. First for Middle School North. Cheerleaders Bella Hiddle, Evelyn Hubbard, Abigail Fair, Piper McCullough, Sydney Johnson, Eliza Nicholas, Elise Foster, Quinn Delaney, Farrah Summit, Ella Jenkins, Charlotte Griffith, and Brylan Slate, and cheer coach Taylor Beckley. That's Middle School North or Middle School Central. Cheer coaches are Danielle Munn and Katie McCamick, and the cheerleaders Stella Combs, Harper Cook, Harper Dykeman, Paisley Feckman, Roxy Hughes, Izzy Lacayo, Bryn Lassiter, McKinley Marlin, Nora New, Elena Pointer, Pippa Renard, Micaiah Shadley, Lily Wilson, and Hannah Yoder. Third and long for Central to start the second quarter. Smalling back to pass.
Rolls out of the pocket, extends the play, keeps his eyes down the field, and now he's going to be greeted by a couple of North defenders at the 26-yard line. Drop for the sack.
Yeah, that was number 8. Nate Toll was the one that ended up with the quarterback sack. Great coverage down the field by North. Just nobody open there, and then Toll came up and put the final stick on Smalling. So now what are they going to do? It looks like they're actually going to punt, Kevin.
Harper Stewart, punter for this Central team.
Well, and a Central team that doesn't, like Coach Dahl said, doesn't punt very often. So making sure they got enough guys on the field.
Looks like they're going to throw. Was that a punt?
Yeah, it was a punt. Just kind of went off the side of his foot. So North's going to take over in great field position again, Kevin.
It'll be at the Central 40 for the North squad. 7 minutes to play. We're in the second quarter. 8-0. North leads it. Cannon with a 4-yard touchdown run for North. Cherry caught the 2-point conversion. Couple of tough yards Looked like that was 33, Cherry. To the 38.
Well, this is a big possession if you're Central. You can't afford to let North get another touchdown on the board early here, especially with North getting the ball at the start of the third quarter. Got to try to keep them out of the end zone, but, man, that's easier said than done, Kevin. North team that Cannon. Look at that vision. Oh, my goodness.
How about the jump cuts? Went
That
left,
was,
jump cuts back to the right. Finally found a opening, gets it close to a first down.
That was Ricky Lange-esque right there, Kevin. Very close to a first down.
Gets about 7.5 yards, about a half yard shy of the 30 for that first down.
Yeah, this
third
is
and short.
Sorry, Kevin. This is a North team that the least amount of points they've scored this year, 32.
Quarterback's going to keep it. Carla Greco. First down North, move the chains. Football at the 27, 3 yards.
Still plenty of time here in the second quarter, 5:46. I noticed the Brent talked about that. Brent Lei talked about the Bantam kids being on the sidelines in here, and I noticed that in the 7th grade game. That's awesome. That at whatever middle school they're going to next year, that's where they're sitting.
Deep motion, that's Connor Phoenix, the wing back.
Well, once again, great job of blocking up front by that right side of that offensive line. Heidelberger, Micah Scheib, Noah Fitzgerald at tight end.
Phoenix 9 yards. Coach says good athlete, catches the ball well. Good all-purpose back. That was Phoenix, right, that made that great catch?
Yes, it was.
To get the first down that led to the touchdown for North.
Could argue that's the biggest play of the game so far, Kevin. That kept that drive alive.
Second and short.
Now the big man.
Cherry. Like Larry Zonka-like.
You're dating yourself a little bit, Kevin. I hope we have some guys that are our age or older. Remember?
Okay, maybe Mike Allstott.
There we go. That's a good one to still probably outside the range of some of the people watching our broadcast. How about Carson Steele?
That would be another good one.
I think everybody remembers that young man.
First down North on the toss. Cherry puts that shoulder down, bulldozes inside the 10. There's a flag at the 5.
Unfortunately, you're going to get another penalty, I think, on this North team, another hold. So they had to overcome a holding penalty in that first drive, and now going to have to do the same thing here. They'll mark 10 yards, I think, from the spot. Now it's 10 yards from the line of scrimmage, I guess.
All the way back to the 21. First and 20 for the North Trojans. 4:27 on the clock. We're in the second quarter. North in front, 8-0. Carla Greco under center. Cannon off the right side. Spin move. He's hit hard inside the 15 to the 14.
That was a good stick, but you're right. Just a big hole and before he did get hit. I think that was Shantz, 88. Warner Shantz. He is an absolute stud up front. Leads the team in sacks. Move him around that defensive line, and he is right now physically looks like he could play on Friday nights, Kevin.
Second and 13, going back to Cannon.
Man, what?
Cuts it back inside, hurdles a defender, actually just hurdles the whole defensive pile.
All right, Kevin, I got, he's wearing number 20. He's one of the best 20s to ever play the game, Kevin. I'm going to make a comparison right now.
Go for it.
Barry Sanders. So
no,
I just
no
labeled
pressure for that young man.
8th grader Barry Sanders.
He's impressive.
Watched him for a quarter and a half.
Timeout called, stopping the clock with 3:21 on the clock. Third down for North. 3rd and 5 is the call. Football's at the 6.
Yeah, so they've picked up 15 of that 20 yards, Kevin, and I'm assuming they're probably in 4-down territory. But man, the holes on that offensive line on that right side have just been huge, and Cannon and Cherry just following those big fellows up front. They got to get it all the way to the 1-yard line to get a first down.
Cannon trying to cut it back inside.
Great tackle. That's Shantz again, Kevin.
Gets a couple of yards to the 4, so 4th down.
Yeah, they're going to go quick now.
Looks like 4th and 3. And they are going back to Cannon looking for the first down, and he gets that and the touchdown.
That's just great vision there on that right side again. It looks like they're going to have a chance for him to knock him down before that line of scrimmage or before the first down marker. You'll see it here. Boom. He just puts his foot in the ground and cuts it up and gets into pay dirt for the second time tonight.
14-0 North. Impressive drive by this North Trojan team. Capped off by Cannon, 4-yard touchdown run.
Carla Greco again to Cherry. He's
Caught
in.
it. 2-point conversion, good.
2 times in a row, Kevin. That duo has teamed up for the 2-point conversion. Oh, we thought it would be very difficult, Kevin, for this Central team to kind of stay in this one. They needed some breaks. They needed some mistakes by the North team, and so far they have not gotten any of those, and North up top 16-0 here with a couple 3 minutes left in the first half. Wind still whipping through here, Kevin, at Ray Skillman Stadium.
Blowing from the north end zone toward the south end zone. Noah Fitzgerald will kick off for North. Already has 1 touchback tonight. Just under 3 minutes to play. We're in the second quarter. 16-0 North, leading Central. Central in the 7th grade game beat North 8-6 in overtime.
Oh, Sean's going to get a chance. Big fella.
Just caught it around that 20-yard line, and good coverage by the North special teams players.
It was, and that's obviously a big kid. Shantz there plays tight end and D tackle. You got to gang tackle him, or you're going to have a hard time getting him down, and that's what that kickoff team did. Another great kickoff by Noah Fitzgerald.
Central from the 23.
4 wide receivers out to the right.
Paxton Smalling in shotgun, and he's going to be taken down.
Fitzgerald from that defensive end position. They were looking for a quick hitter across the middle, and another great job by those defensive backs for North. Yeah, linebackers dropped in coverage. Well, they were looking for Shantz, I believe. But once again, those DBs for North, number 1, Cooper Matthias, number 8, Nate Toll.
Loss of 8 yards. Coach says about Fitzgerald, who made that sack. Big, strong, and fearless.
Yeah, and that time Specker gets in on the action. Jackson Specker. Older brother Trey played linebacker a few years ago for the high school Trojans, and Jackson gets in there from the left defensive tackle position to make that play, and
loss of 6 yards.
And North wisely calls timeout because Central in a world of hurt here. Third and a bunch, Kevin. 24 maybe.
Says 24 on the scoreboard.
Remember, this is not a Central team that's very comfortable punting the ball, so you get a stop here on third down. You probably use another timeout if you need to, and then make them try to punt it away and give your offense one more chance.
So Central on that offensive line, you got Brody Miller, right tackle, right guard, Chase the Face Man.
Chase the Face.
Then you got at center Luke Wingler, left guard Jonah Butch Cassidy.
That's got to be a Mike Dahl nickname right there.
And then Swartz at left tackle.
Smalling back to pass, and he's got Shantz.
Big catch. He's at the 50. He could go. He's got a blocker. 30, 20, and out of bounds at the 15.
Wow, what a play there from Smalling to Shantz. You'll see it here, Kevin. I thought he was getting ready to get sacked again. Look at Smalling. He scrambles a little bit and just lofts it up there, and perfectly thrown to Shantz. Luckily for North, number 11, Cash Rice, was able to kind of wrestle him out of bounds. So, wow, just like that, Kevin, Central in business inside the 15-yard line. How long was that pass play, Kevin?
77 yards,
wow.
I believe. Covers 77 yards. Central in business with 1:43 to go. In this opening half, Smalling, he's going to fake the handoff. He's rolling right, looks to the end zone. And picked off in the end zone.
Well, that's number 8.
That is Nate Toll with the INT. Watch the replay from Reese Restoration.
Man, kind of rolling to his right this time, and I don't know if he didn't see Toll or thought he could get it over his head, but a great play by Nate Toll to stop that Central drive that was inside the 15-yard line. Man, that's a big momentum killer there. Now we'll see if North inside handoff to Phoenix.
Behind that big offensive line, you're talking about Mason Heidelberger. Extremely physical and athletic at right tackle. Right guard, Micah Scheib. Loves football, also physical and savvy. Center, Jackson Specker. Never played center prior. Lucas Bergeron, undersized at that position, but very quick, smart, tough, excellent puller, coach says. And then left tackle, Rhett Killinger. Coach says also a little bit on the undersized spot for that position, but quick, smart, and tough.
Here comes Cannon. Great. Gang tackling there. 15 for Central was in there. I think that's Owen Weiss, Shantz. See it here. Just 3 or 4 guys coming up and making that tackle.
Coach says Weiss, fast, physical, closes on the ball quickly, solid tackler, leads the team in pass breakups and has 2 INTs. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, and Central uses one of their
3rd
timeouts.
and 3 actually is going to be the call. 3rd and 3. 45 seconds to play in this opening half.
So yeah, they're hoping to force a punt by North and get one more chance on offense before halftime. Like I said, North gets the ball at the start of the second half.
Cherry trying to get that first down.
He's a little bit shy.
Looks like he just shy of the 30.
Well, Central uses another timeout. Coach Dahl, a lot of confidence in his defense to get a stop here, Kevin.
Good spot. They're going to put the ball at the 30, first down North.
Oh, I'm surprised then Central would continue to take a timeout there then. I would have let that clock run unless North wanted to use one of theirs.
First down North, 37 seconds remaining first half. toss.
Oh, he's going to throw it, and he's got a guy wide open, Kevin.
Cherry knocked away.
Great job by Weiss of coming back and making a play on that ball because Cherry had Fitzgerald. Yeah, Fitzgerald out in the open. Underthrew him a little bit, but once again, you got a pretty strong wind, Kevin. I wonder if that held it up a little bit. But, man, if he could have floated that out about 3 or 4 more yards, Fitzgerald might have been off to the races. Kevin, you think the gentleman behind us here that you're going to talk to at halftime is pretty excited to watch this game tonight?
I think so. Just a smidge.
He's just hoping. Well, he doesn't care, but he's hoping that Coach Moore doesn't take a couple of these guys,
exactly,
like what happened this year.
Well, after tonight, he might take some for this Friday.
He might. Exactly right.
6 running backs hurt at the moment. I'm just saying.
That's
some real talent. Cannon, Cherry. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 here for North. Another timeout. Stops the clock with 24 seconds. So Brandon Painter will join us coming up here in just a moment on our Race Going Auto Group halftime show. Coach Painter, the freshman coach. His team having a great season again this year. 6-1.
They've been fun to call this year, Kevin. I think we've done 3 or 4 of their games so far, the home ones, and yeah, it's a great group to watch, and I'm sure a great group to coach. Like I said, over 70 kids in that freshman class, including 2 or 3 of them playing on Friday nights and another handful playing in JV.
On 3rd and 7, good tackle made by Central on Connor Phoenix.
That one's going to take it unless they call a timeout with like 2 seconds to go and try to run one more play. Coach Heiniger's still thinking about it. He's gotten two nods no from his assistant coaches, but I think he overruled. That's, as a head coach, you can decide what you want to do. Central was already heading over it out to
I've
the
been an
locker room.
assistant many years in Bantam, and I made a lot of suggestions.
You had a lot of opinions, Kevin, when you were an assistant coach. Did your head coach ever listen to any of those? Maybe kicking-wise. Yeah, punting, kicking.
My final year at Bantam, the head coach I had, he listened to me quite a bit.
Who was that?
Coach Slater.
Ah, okay.
And we won the Super Bowl.
There you go. So here we go.
on a 28-yard field goal with 3 seconds left. Kicked a game winner and won 11-8. How about that?
That is probably not a score that's happened very often at the Bantam Fields.
I just remember I told the official I want to take a timeout with 3 seconds. He's like, "What are you guys doing?" I said, "We're going to try and kick a field goal to win this game," and we did. All right, 4th and short with 1.2 seconds.
Oh, they got lucky. That ran the I don't think that's what he wanted him to run. Or he wanted him to take a little bit more time. But anyway, that did run the last second and a half off.
That will take us to halftime with North leading Central 16-0 in the 8th grade rivalry matchup here at Ray Skillman Stadium. Coach Painter joins us next on the Ray Skillman Auto Group halftime show. This is CG Football presented by IU Health.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
At the Skin Lab, beauty and wellness come together under one roof. From advanced skin treatments and injectables to personalized wellness programs, we help you look and feel your very best. Whether you want radiant, glowing skin, balanced hormones, or a boost in confidence, our expert team is here to guide you every step of the way. Discover an experience where science meets luxury and results speak for themselves. The Skin Lab, your journey to confidence starts here.
Take the rest of the year off from payments at Ray Skillman Buick GMC. The Halloween treats will be sweeter, the Thanksgiving turkey will be tastier, And you'll have extra cash this Christmas with no payments for 120 days. Plus, get 0% financing and save up to $10,000 on a new GMC Sierra and 0.9% financing on the entire Buick lineup. Make no payments until next year at Ray Skillman Buick GMC.
Our clients operate in a world of constant evolution. At Forvis Mazars, we always look ahead. Listening to our clients' unique challenges and needs, we deliver audit and assurance, tax, and consulting solutions that are tailored and personal. We are Forvis Mazars, built for what's next.
Skillman Auto Group halftime show. 16-0 North leads Central in this 8th grade contest. Center Grove High School freshman head coach Brandon Painter now joins us here on our halftime show. And Coach Painter, first of all, what an awesome night of football. It is just so impressive to watch these youngsters, man. A lot of talent, 7th and 8th grade teams both.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any evidence that the lifeblood of our program, the Bantam Football League, is still doing really well, it's right out in front of us. Just continues to produce class after class of kids that are good kids that work hard and are good football players and learning how to play. So, and they were worried about rain. The rain stayed away, so what a beautiful night tonight to play some football.
Yeah, wonderful night, great fall night, full moon. I could see it across the way, great crowd below. And, Coach, just things that you're observing here tonight. Again, a lot of talent, but I love the competitive spirit of all the players tonight, and also some wonderful coaches doing a good job tonight.
Yeah, I love watching. Obviously, I've got a different look on this 8th grade game than most people looking because I don't really care what team they're playing for. I know I teach at Central, but I don't really care what team they're playing for. I want to see kids that are going to play tough, play physical. That North has obviously, I think, controlled a lot of this game, but Central's a good football team. They got good football players. Love what I'm seeing from the North team, and I'm expecting a good second half. I think Central will bounce back a little bit, but it's an uphill climb against a team that's really, really tough in Center Grove North.
Coach, with your current freshman team, you're 6-1 on the season, suffered your first defeat this past Saturday, so you guys have been rolling, and a lot of freshmen playing, 70-plus freshman players. You're talking about some of these guys playing for Coach Moore on Friday night, with the varsity, several playing on the JV team, and just, again, a very talented group. And Coach Morris told Rick on an interview here recently, it's hard for me to even consider retiring because there's so much talent in that 7th and 8th grade and, of course, the freshman class.
So he made a comment a couple weeks ago about how this freshman class we love so much and in a lot of different ways. And he's like, maybe I'll stick around and see this through here because it's a really exciting class. Obviously, you've got my team that's performed really well. We did not perform well last Saturday. No excuses. Cathedral looked like a team that was hungry to win. They'd lost a couple games that they probably shouldn't have lost, and they played with an edge, and we didn't really play that great. But it's a great learning opportunity for our kids. The 60 kids that I have, or 62 that I have done basically everything I've asked, and they've worked hard, and we're going to come back from it and play. But you combine these kids with the 8 kids that have been pulled up, and, man, what a class we've got coming. So the future's definitely bright for Center Grove football.
Coach Painter, things you like to see once this game's over tonight. Coach Morrow talked to both teams.
Yeah.
Obviously, everybody's a Trojan. They're all on the same team after tonight. But things that you like to see as they transition from middle school into high school football. Again, a lot of them will come right to you in the freshman program.
Yeah, I first want to see them finish out their middle school careers. Doing what they need to in the classroom, making sure they're modeling what Center Grove football is about in all aspects. If they're playing basketball or wrestling, want to see them be active. I want to see them all out on the track or throwing something on the track. I know they're baseball kids. I want to see them all out there running, getting faster. I love you got to line up against other people in track and just compete. And it's a one-on-one. It's builds some competitiveness. So I hope a lot of them do that. And then we get them in May. and kind of start our summer program from there and really kind of start from ground zero as far as building them up for the rest of the program. But really excited about this class coming up.
I know you guys do some workouts in, like you said, in May and then throughout the summer. You got some opportunities to get them here and start working on that next level, if you will. I mean, high school is just obviously it's the next step in their careers.
Yeah, we have a team camp generally at the end of school, or depending on when school ends, it might be the first week of summer. And the varsity coaches actually get their hands on them first, and freshman coaches get to observe. You know, it's a great first 3 days to kind of kick everything off, and then the freshman coaches. My staff is awesome. John Summers, Adam Luggering, who I know is listening out there somewhere with his ear propped up to a door listening to us. What's up, Coach Lett? And Coach Kane, who has joined us this year, do a really great job of helping our guys learn the system, because our system is smooth all the way through, but terminology, some of the things is not the same, especially on the defensive side of the football. So there's a lot to learn, and we build it up as much as we can, and hopefully we've got a good foundation to send them on to sophomore year to what I think is the best coaching staff in the state.
And Coach Painter, we've talked about this year's varsity team. Obviously, been plagued by a lot of injuries. 6 running backs down at the moment. So the thing is, you just got to be ready. I mean, Coach is dipping low. I mean, you got some sophomores getting opportunities this year, and I know there have been some times we've seen in some of these games where a couple freshmen get some opportunities late in the ball game, if you will, but you just have to be ready.
Yeah, I mean, you don't prepare. You can prepare for injuries, but you don't prepare for anything like what's happened to our crew of running backs. But guys like Brody Tilton have stepped up and been phenomenal. Some JV guys that are behind him have stepped up and gotten some reps here or there, and you just got to keep fighting and scrapping. And hopefully we'll get a bigger staff back maybe this week, next week. Hopefully he can get healthy. That gives us a little more depth there. I know our center, who's a big part of our offensive lines, looking like he's moving around a little bit, getting better. So you just hope that maybe you can get a little bit healthier as you go into the playoffs. But our program builds depth, and this is what we always say: you got to be ready. You never know, and you got to be ready to compete once your number's called.
Coach Painter, always enjoy visiting with you during the halftime of this 8th grade contest. I know you like what you're seeing out there tonight.
Yeah, I love it. It's good football, good physical, hard-nosed football, good tackling, good blocking, and that's all I really care about watching this game. So, hopefully they'll have a great end of their season, be good students and good men in school, good young men in school, and finish out strong.
Appreciate your time, Coach, here at halftime. Good luck with the rest of your freshman season.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon Painter. Join us here at intermission of this 8th grade game. We're about ready to kick off the second half. It's 16-0 North with the lead over Central, and Central will kick off to begin the second half. Mason Gervitz will kick off here for Central. Looks like he might try something as like an onside kick.
He's not even trying to hide it, Kevin. He's looking straight at that. Lefty kicker gets the bounce.
Ball is corralled by North. Well done by North.
Yeah, that was a great play. Who covered that? The good old reliable quarterback, Kevin. Parla Greco on the hands team up front. And, man, he made a nice play because it ricocheted off the first kid for North. So I figured Coach Dahl kind of a couple tricks up his sleeve, and I'm sure he felt like I got to get this ball back, because if I kick it just straight off to them, very good chance that they're going to march the ball down the field and not leave our team much time.
Great field position for North from their own 49. Cherry, good job going low. That's what you got to do against
Paxson.
Cherry.
That's Paxson. And
Luke Paxson making that tackle.
His father going to make an appearance, trying to replace me on Friday night, I hear. JB going to be in the booth.
Rick Embry, Wally Pip, JB Paxson, Luke Eric, right? Something like that.
There you go.
Who's that Rick guy? A couple of yards for Cherry. Cannon. Couple of touchdowns in that first half. He's impressive.
Well, it feels like the Central team has done a decent job against Luke Cherry from that fullback position, but Cannon's the one that's really hurt them, and most of his really good carries have been around that right side with Cherry lead blocking in front of him, and that's where the big holes have been. Cannon, obviously, 2 touchdown runs in the first half.
Parla Greco hands it off to Cannon, trying to come to this side to get that first down. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and at least 3 yards.
Yeah, that was Shantz. That was Brody Miller and Paxson.
4th and a 2. They'll spot it at the 43.
Big number 99, Butch Cassidy up front for Central.
Love that. Jonah Butch Cassidy. They're going for it here on 4th and a couple. Oh, hard count.
Great play there. Great hard count, exactly. Coach Henniger, been a coach for a long time, Kevin. 21 years across multiple levels.
Football at the 38. Great call. Wasn't just one Central defender. Looked like the whole D-line jumped. Just under 6 minutes to play. We're in the 3rd. Opening drive by North here in the second half. They lead at 16-0. Cannon, big hole, still on his feet, to the 25.
Finally gets tackled by Elijah Peters, but that's 15 yards down the field. Once again, that big right side of that offensive line, and now North going to go quick here, Kevin.
Right back to the line of scrimmage.
Cannon again. Man, there's just, I mean, he's going 5 yards on that right side, Kevin, before he's even touched. It's, you know, I got to say those guys' names again. Tight end Noah Fitzgerald, right tackle Mason Heidelberger, right guard Micah Scheib, center Jackson Specker. Man, they have been dominant up front here all night long.
Once again, North going fast. They get to the 10 with Cannon, 3 yards. Some real tempo with this North team. And now they'll huddle as 3 brings in the next play. That's Parla Greco, the quarterback, going to the sideline to get that play from Coach Henniger. 2nd and 6. That Connor Phoenix, boy, he was greeted rudely, yeah, abruptly at the 10, no gain.
I think that was Shantz from that linebacker position, or 91, Brody Miller again.
I think it was Miller.
Yeah, it was. Also 15.
Owen Weiss as well.
Just haven't had as much success going on that left side, Kevin, versus the right side, so I fully expect them to go back to Cannon on that right side.
3rd and 6 here for North. We got whistles on the field. Now we're ready for play. Cannon bounces around the first defender. The second wave.
Wow.
Gets through that as well somewhat before he spins to the 6.
That was an impressive, 3-yard gain, Kevin, because, yeah, he first had a big OD tackle. I think it was Butch Cassidy in the backfield, and then he spun move into the 5-yard line. So 4th and a yard and a half or so, Kevin, maybe 2.
4th and a couple. You're right. The football's at the 5. They can still get a first down at the 3.
Taking a long time. I don't know if they're going to take this one all the way down, call a timeout, and talk about it.
Timeout called. So we have more Center Grove Trojan football coming up this Friday night. The Trojans hosting Lawrence North. Kickoff 7 o'clock. I tell you, Lawrence North put up 63 points on Warren Central last Friday.
Down 35-21 at half, Kevin, and they put up 35 points in the, actually more than that, 42 points in the second half. 6 touchdowns, and they are loaded with weapons.
Coach Moore said during our halftime interview tonight of the 7th grade game, they potentially have not 1, not 2, but 3 players that could be playing on Sunday someday. As in the NFL, as in the league. They're that talented.
Yeah.
4th and a couple here for North. Football at the 5.
Kyler Thompson was out on the field. Do you think he called this play, Kevin, on 4th down?
See what he dialed up. If it's a first down or a touchdown, we'll give him full credit.
Oh, they try the hard count.
Good job by Central to stay disciplined.
Oh, he's got Cherry.
Rolling right. Cherry with the catch. Dives for the pylon. Touchdown.
Well, that's worked twice, Kevin, on the 2-point conversion plays. And so they run the bootleg again. And, man, Parla Greco is not a very good kid. I shouldn't say very good. Very big kid. But, man, he's made all the right plays tonight. Once again on that bootleg, he finds Cherry. Cherry gets in the end zone from 5 yards.
Heck of a call. I tell you, when you've got guys like that in the backfield, you've got options, right? With Cherry, Cannon, great offensive line.
And it's kind of pick your poison.
Very much so. Going for 2. Connor Phoenix end around. I don't think he got it. He got denied. Well done by Central. Not quite able to break the plane. 22-0 all north in this 8th grade game.
You talked about it a little bit, and Coach Painter talked about it a little bit, Kevin, and Coach Moore as well, but the coaching that these guys get at this middle school level, man, you know, one of my favorites over there on the Central side, so I'm a little bit biased, but Mike Dahl's been doing this 16 years, 9 years at Central, and he doesn't have a kid in the program anymore. He doesn't have any, he doesn't teach at the school or anything like that, but he absolutely loves being over there and coaching, and I mean, he's been a huge part. All of these middle school coaches are a huge part of these guys. When Coach Moore and Coach Painter talked about it, the terminology is a little bit different, but these guys, when they get into high school, they don't have to start from ground zero for these kids. They don't have to start with, how do you run the offense? How do you run the defense? That kind of stuff. It's and most importantly, what these guys should be for is to make sure all of these kids keep playing after their middle school year.
Central, nice return to the 44.
Because if kids don't have a good experience in middle school, then you don't have 70-plus kids in the freshman class like Coach Moore has this year. So kudos to my buddy over there, Mike Dahl. I give him a lot of crap, but it was a blast coaching with him several years ago, and he does a great job, as does Coach Henniger here.
For those soccer fans, Center Grove boys soccer, first round of the sectional, playing at Whiteland against Columbus East. Center Grove leads 1-0. Cooper Worley with a goal. 27 minutes left in the first half.
Well, they've got a tough road in that sectional. 3 really good teams they're going to have to beat to win that, but they're playing well, Kevin. Did a couple of their matches last week on the Center Grove Sports Network, and they're playing their best soccer of the season.
Incomplete pass, second down and 10 here for Central.
Smalling's got a good arm, Kevin, from that.
Sure does. He's also a tremendous baseball player.
Yes.
Throws a dart, complete pass.
Good run after. Oh, he didn't go out of bounds. Oh.
Now there's a whistle. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds.
I didn't see the signal initially, but he was just trying to put the whistle in his mouth. Yeah, that was a great run by Owen Weiss. You'll see it here, Kevin. Smalling hits him in stride. And watch Weiss make a move around the DB, and he did. He stepped out.
Coach says best hands, and he's a burner. 3 receiving touchdowns. That was a heck of a play all the way to the 31.
Empty backfield. North's going to bring some guys here.
4 receivers here to the right.
Oh, Smalling better get rid of it. Oh.
Taken down. 35 with the sack.
Lucas Bergeron. You'll see it here. You could see them sneaking up to the line of scrimmage. They brought 7 guys. Just not enough guys to block them, and Smalling takes another sack.
Center Grove boys soccer now up 2-0 first half. Sectional opener against Columbus East. They just scored again. Football at the 40. 2nd and 19. With time. Throws a beautiful ball And tip. Did he get it off the tip?
Oh,
incomplete. They're going to say hit the turf.
That was Weiss again over there. Good. In good position was Cash Rice, but Weiss tried to go up and just kind of tip it over his head. You'll see it here. Oh, he tipped it, and then it just hit the ground there.
Heck of an effort.
That was a great effort.
Good arm by Paxton Smalling.
And great defense by Cash Rice over there at corner.
Coach says he has a great arm. He's not kidding. 15 touchdown passes on the year. 3rd and 19. Smalling this time throwing across the middle. Dropped. Cannon on the coverage.
Yeah, I think that was Umbarger. Just a little bit low to Umbarger, and I think he heard some footsteps there from Bergeron. It's now 4th and long. Central going to go for it. They got to get all the way down to the 21.
Carter Thompson splits out to the left for Central. Umbarger in the slot. Going outside looking for Umbarger. And it's going to be just a little bit too much in front of him. Incomplete pass, turnover on downs.
Man, that was a great arm there, Kevin. He threw that about 45 yards in the air, just out in front of Umbarger a little bit. So now North takes over again with 1:54 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Just under 2 minutes to play in the 3rd. Parla Greco with the toss.
There comes Cannon.
Cannon tackled at the 45. 2 flags on the play.
That one's going to come back, Kevin. That's probably been the one. If Coach Henniger, he's not going to complain too much. He doesn't have any more games to, get his team together and yell at him or anything like that. But if there's one thing they've done a little bit tonight, it's those penalties. I think that's the 3rd holding penalty for North. But when you got an offense that good, they've been able to overcome it.
We started the 7th grade game at 72 degrees. It's now 64 degrees.
I was just thinking, Kevin, my old self, the blood's getting thinner. I need a sweatshirt to walk back out to the car. Great carry up the middle there. I think that's Cannon again.
To the 36. A lot of credit to that offensive line. They really are getting a good push for Cannon and Cherry.
You know what's amazing as you look at some of these notes we got from the coaches, Kevin, this North team has turned the ball over 1 time all year. That's an amazing thing in an 8-game schedule in middle school. And that 1 turnover, as Cannon does another good carry, a lost fumble on a quarterback sneak. So just a team that does not make mistakes, and that's a credit to that coaching staff.
Collects 6 yards to the 42. 3rd and 8 for North. Clock running down. Final 30 seconds in the quarter. Parla Greco coming to the sideline for the next play.
That's Phoenix again, man. He's got a quick burst, too.
He sure
Kevin.
does. Coach talked about his burst. Says just a really good all-purpose back. He can catch, he can run.
Well, you saw, and I'll still hold steady to that, Kevin. Maybe the biggest play of the game was the 4th and 10 conversion from Parla Greco to Phoenix to keep that first drive of the game where where it looked like Central was going to be able to get a stop the first time North touched the ball, but that fourth down conversion to Phoenix when he went up and got that ball, and then it led to a touchdown. And from then, North has just rolled.
That concludes the third quarter. 22-0 all North in this 8th grade game. Cannon, couple of touchdown runs in the first half, and Cherry with a reception here in the second half for a touchdown. It'll be 4th and a couple coming up here for North to begin the fourth quarter again. Game 1 tonight, Central North, end of regulation, 0-0. North gets the ball first in overtime. North scores a touchdown, goes up 6-0, did not get the 2-point conversion. Central first play in overtime, scores, and then converts on the 2-point conversion to beat North 8-6.
That was a fun one. Uh-oh.
Cannon with the first down and just shot out of a cannon all the way for the touchdown.
Been waiting to use that, haven't you, Mr. Conrad?
He's got some speed. Incredible run.
Yeah, he got through that. You'll see the replay here. Great job again by that right side of that offensive line, pushing them back. Fitzgerald gets a great block. He breaks one tackle, and he is not going to be caught.
52 yards for Mr. Cannon. 3 TDs tonight. He's special.
Not a bad performance. And what's funny, Kevin, is I remember. Let's watch this 2-point play first. Cannon again.
Cannon hit, tries to drive to the goal line, and does not make it. 28-0 North.
I remember, Kevin, a couple years ago in this 8th grade game watching I think he played quarterback, Ricky Lange playing quarterback and going, oh my, that kid's got some special talent. And, you know, we've seen it this year at the varsity level as a freshman. We saw it last year as a sophomore. We saw it last year as a freshman playing running back, and then this year at running back. And man, Cannon's got some of those similar characteristics and speed and jump cut ability and that. So looking forward to watching that young man and the rest of this class, Kevin, over the next few years. It's the nice thing about us doing those Saturday morning games. We get to see these kids as freshmen. We get to see them on JV. And then it's not surprising when we see them get more physical and their bodies grow up and that kind of stuff. Drew Paxton's a great example. We've saw him the last couple years playing on Saturday mornings, and man, he's an absolute beast as a junior on that defensive linebacker position.
Noah Fitzgerald had a touchback to begin tonight's game. This one's going to be taken from inside the 20.
Shots.
Nice cut back to the almost got it to the 40.
They're hanging on for dear life, Kevin.
He's tough to bring down. He is strong. They're going to spot him at the 41-yard line. 7:30 and counting. Looks like they're going to let this go to a running clock. 28-0 North leads it.
Yeah, and you're going to see some different faces on that defensive side for North.
Take a moment to say thank you to Joe Higginson and also Jamie Wingler, the athletic directors at North and Central, for putting on a great show tonight. This is North's technically home game, but both of them do such a tremendous job as the ADs at the middle school. And appreciate them getting us rosters and just the information to us, getting the information out to the fans watching online and so forth.
They are good dudes. Both of those guys do a great job at the middle school level, and they've been dealt, Kevin, probably equally or more so a tough hand with Center Grove being out of the MIC the last few years with scheduling. Because a lot of times in middle school you'd play those MIC middle schools, and that kind of went away when we got out of the MIC. So they've had to search long and hard. You look at some of the games that these guys have had to play this year, Kevin. Terre Hautes. They've played both Terre Haute schools. Central has East Central, which obviously is a good an hour and a half away. Tecumseh, which if nobody saw that, it's not the Tecumseh up by West Lafayette. It's the Tecumseh down by Castle and well south of here, and they
near North Posey.
Yeah, they're in North Posey's conference, but another 45 minutes to get down to North Posey, but still, look at that ball from
Smalling. Heck of a throw.
But
incomplete pass.
I asked a couple people, why did they play North or Tecumseh? Because it's a pretty small school down there, 1A school, 2A school, and they said they felt like their middle school teams were the best in the state, and they wanted to play a really good middle school. Well, they did. 48-12. North beat them, and Central beat them. Central beat them 47-6. So they asked for it.
Be careful what you ask for,
exactly.
Right? What you wish for.
But my point is, hopefully they'll be easier. That's going to be a lateral. So,
that's a live ball. It's on fourth down, and that one's not going to work.
Yeah, I think Shantz kind of took his eyes off of that one, Kevin, and because he was going to throw that one. That was clearly a lateral. If he catches it, he has the guy down the field, but kind of fumbled that lateral. And
Fitzgerald makes the tackle. Turnover on downs. Just trying to get creative, trying to come up with something.
Kyler Thompson calling this play as he signals it into the backup quarterback, Cooper Mathias. Now he's got the B squad in. Good to see this from Coach Henniger, getting some other kids in there, so that's great to see.
Four minutes left in this one.
Let me see. We'll get some of these names. Like I said, Mathias and quarterback, and 15 back there, Mason Heightshaw. This is Goodwin, I think. Demetrius Goodwin Jr.
Pretty good on his feet.
That was 29 or 28 in the backfield as well. Chanza Thong. And now Central's going to get their backup defense in. That's good to see.
See number 2 in there for North, Noah Williams.
Once again, Kevin, it's great to see all these guys get some action, and you never know which of these kids are going to grow a lot more. Just decide that they want to put in a ton of work and get better. And I always remember Coach Moore talking about, and he told me this 10 or 15 years ago, walking down the hallways and seeing a 6'4", 220-pound kid and saying, why in the world are you not playing football? And they said, oh, we didn't get to play in middle school, so we just quit playing. He's like, no, never know.
Third and a long 3.
No, good defense there by Central to get the stop. 86 on that tackle, Jordan Spears.
Loss of a yard. Fourth down for North. Again, backups in for both teams in the final minutes of this 8th grade game. Some movement by North.
They get the hard count, Kevin, and they're going to get a free 5 yards.
You're right. Thompson's calling the plays.
He is.
I asked Rob, his dad, I said, is he going to be up here in the press box with the headsets on? Calling the plays, kind of like Joe Siderwitz does on Friday nights.
What's funny is he actually did he called that, go on 2 or hard count or whatever, because I saw him come over the sideline and Coach Henniger and the other staff said, what'd you call? And he just nodded his head, and that's what he called, and they ran it perfectly. Got the offside and a fresh set of downs.
.26 in for North, Carter Metcalf.
And off to 24, trying to get outside. Allie Casham. Timeout by Central. I think Coach Dahl doesn't want to take any of those timeouts home, Kevin. Actually, he probably wants to get some of his B guys a chance offensively if possible. But
try to get the ball back, you're right, for some of the subs on offense potentially. 1:33 still left in this one.
Well, Kevin, it's been a fun 3 days. I always enjoy the Bantam games on Saturday that we do down there, and then these middle school games, because you can really see, what's going on at the younger levels, and it's easy to see the future continues to be bright for Center Grove football.
Very much so. A lot of talent. Third and 6 for North.
I think that was a busted play.
Matthias, the quarterback, tackled.
Great tackle by number 8. Christopher Bryant there for Central. Gets the quarterback sack. And they use timeout number 3, Coach Dahl does.
Chance to get that offense back out there. Maybe some subs on offense, if you will. Final game for both of these teams and players. Final game of their middle school careers, and next up will be high school football.
I liked Coach Painter talking about finish off your high school or your middle school careers. That's number 1 in the classroom, and then number 2 playing other sports, basketball, wrestling, in the spring, track, baseball, whatever else you play, and then just get ready to work next summer.
Running down that sideline.
He's gone.
Did he stay in?
He did. 28.
That Chanza Thong?
Chanza Thong.
Touchdown. Well done. 24-yard touchdown run. Called by the offensive coordinator, Thompson.
I mean, already he's a better coach than his dad was calling plays. So.
You might get a text message about that later. He might agree with you. You never know. Oh, Rick, look at this. They're going to go for the PAT kick.
Oh, Kevin's been waiting on this. It's up. It's got the distance. It's good.
Let's go.
That's number
8.
Is that Nate Toll?
Nate Toll with the PAT kick. I believe that's Nate. Is it 8 or 9? No, 9.
Podesta is the one that normally does, but he's 19.
Let's see here.
It sure looked like Toll. No, it's 9.
And there's no 9 on my North roster. So that could be Podesta. He's 19.
That's Podesta, because it said Podesta will sub on kickoffs and he kicks PAT. So we're going to give that to Jackson Podesta.
Yeah, on the roster it says 19. His jersey says 9. We think that's Podesta with the PAT kick. Well done. 35-0. North leads it with 43 seconds remaining, and I think, Podesta's going to go out there and kick off.
That was a nice-looking PAT, Kevin. Plenty of distance right through the middle.
So we're going to get a split tonight. Central won the 7th grade game 8-6, and North leading 35-0 here in the 8th grade contest. Kicks it to the sideline, to the 25.
Sean's going to get another chance.
He's tough to tackle. Just shrugging him off, just throwing him off.
You got to tackle him low. This is crazy.
Oh, what a return. Watch this again from Howard
All right,
Companies.
we're going to count how many tackles he broke here. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8th guy finally gets him.
Incredible. 8 sweeps it out.
He's got some space.
That's Christopher Bryant down the sideline.
He's
Did he
gone.
stay in bounds?
He's gone.
Touchdown.
Christopher Bryant scores.
Way to go, Christopher. Central's on the board. That's your last play.
Wow.
Watch
That's
it
awesome
again.
to see it here. 52 yards. Bryant gets outside, and he tiptoes along that sideline. Good block down the field by the wide receiver, and he is gone. Good to see Central get on the board there. Last play of the game. Guess that's why Coach Dahl called all those timeouts, Kevin, so they get one play.
Had that secret weapon, Bryant. What'd you say, 52 yards?
52 yards for Bryant.
So North will take the 8th grade traveling trophy. And again, Central won the 7th grade contest. Rick, just a great night of football.
Yeah, well, absolutely. We saw, obviously, 2 different games, Kevin. That 7th grade game was fantastic and goes into overtime. 8-6 win for Central, and then in this 8th grade game, this North team that's been absolutely dominant all year long tacks on a big win there over Central. So a blast tonight, Kevin, and the future's bright for Center Grove football.
Rick, have a great trip down to Georgia Tech, visiting with your son this weekend.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it.
So once again, your final scores tonight in the rivalry games. Game 1, 7th grade in overtime. Central beat North 8-6 here in the championship game, or the 8th grade game. It's North over Central 35-6. Tonight, Center Grove Middle School football coverage was produced by CG Sports Network. Our presenting sponsor was IU Health. Special thanks to Center Grove Gridiron President Aaron Holt, Sponsorship Director Brent Lei, Treasurer Cindy Adams, and Camera Operator Sam Venegas. Also, our Executive Producer, Austin Tyke. Center Grove's next football game will be this Friday, 7 o'clock. The Trojans will host Lawrence North. We'll be there with a live stream. However, our next live stream is coming up tomorrow night at 6 and 7:15. We'll have JV and varsity girls volleyball as they host Tri-West. Until next time, this is Kevin Conrad for Rick Embry saying good night, everyone, from Ray Skillman Stadium at Center Grove High School.